Live on a Saturday night, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the third and final game of the series as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's game 10 of 72 in the regular season for the Grizzlies, and Utah is trying to break through and get over the 500 mark on the season, as the Grizzlies have a record of 4-4-1 as they take on the 4-5-1 Allen Americans. Last night was a thriller, although the Grizzlies would have loved a different outcome at the very end, as Allen ended up winning 3-2 in overtime. Both teams scored one goal in the first period. It was Utah that got on the board first, as Adam Berg in his first shift back in a Grizzlies uniform, as he started the year in the EIHL with the Nottingham Panthers. He played in 9 games there, but Berg, who scored 9 goals in 50 games last season for the Grizzlies, scored from the right wing, 3:08 into the contest to give Utah a 1-0 lead. 16-10 into the first period, Braden Watts scored his first of 2 goals on the night. Watts got his 5th of the year, with Andrew Nilsson and Kyle Krenkovic picking up the assists. Early in the second period, it was Spencer Asachuk, who's in his 12th season with the Americans. He scored his 3rd of the year, with Krenkovic and Watts getting the assists. Later on in the second period, the Grizzlies got a 5-on-3 power play, and with 4 seconds left in the 5-on-3, it was Brian Yoon scoring from the high slot as he got his 3rd goal of the year. Dashke and Gallant picked up the assist. Dashke now leads the Grizzlies with 7 assists this season, and Cole Gallant has a helper in 3 straight games. He didn't get a point, but Bradley Wood did a great job getting out in front of the net and taking away the vision of Allen goaltender Dylan Wells. It stayed a 2-2 game all the way through the rest of regulation. The Grizzlies got a power play for the first 2 minutes of overtime, as Adam Berg's speed and quickness drew a penalty as he got around Allen, and American Braden Watts got a hooking minor, 19:59 into the third period. So the Grizzlies had the power play 4-on-3 to start overtime. They had a couple of good looks, but couldn't find the back of the net. And then later on in overtime, Mick Messner got an interference minor, and that gave Allen a 2-minute power play in overtime. And the Americans connected as Watts scored on a one-timer from the right side. And Braden Watts has certainly been public enemy number 1 among Grizzlies fans' eyes, as he had 2 goals and 1 assist. He's got the game winner in each of the first 2 games of this series. On Wednesday, he got the game winner with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third period, as Allen eventually won 3-1 as they added an empty netter at the very end. Special teams could play a factor once again tonight. Utah went 1 for 3 on the power play. Allen went 1 for 2. For the Grizzlies, they got all sorts of good looks on Friday, as they had 47 shots, including 39 from the start of the second period on. And as for the Allen Americans, they took 38 shots themselves. It's interesting that we've had 2 low-scoring games, considering that Utah and Allen are the bottom 2 teams in terms of goals allowed per game this season. Utah is ranked 28th in the league, and Allen is ranked 29th. So we'll see if we'll finally get a higher scoring game this evening. Adam Schill will be in net for the Grizzlies once again. I believe it's going to be, well, we're not really sure. I got conflicting reports as to who Allen's going to start in net. Could be Anson Thornton starting for the first time this season. Dylan Wells has been outstanding for Allen in this series. And in fact, of all of the 4 victories that Allen has this season, all of them have had Dylan Wells get the victory in net. So it should be a fun one here, as we're hanging out in the Grizz Cave right next to the Grizzlies team store. Unfortunately, we are 1 time zone away from where the Grizzlies are taking on the Allen Americans and what should be a fun night of hockey. When we come back, we'll do a little bit of celebrating and reminiscing, as last night, former Grizzly goaltender Trent Miner made his NHL debut. We'll talk about Trent on the other side, as we're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off is in about 15 minutes from now as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans for the 5th time this season. It's the last of a 3-game set. The Grizzlies will stay on the road as they'll take on Wichita for 3 games next week, and the road trip ends 8 days from now at BOK Center in Tulsa. Well, yesterday, former Grizzly goaltender Trent Miner was called up to the NHL's Colorado Avalanche. He had started the season with the Colorado Eagles, and he was outstanding in the first month of the AHL season. And with Georgiev being sidelined as he was day-to-day with an injury, an upper body injury, Annunen started to net for the Avalanche, and Trent Miner was called up. He was going to back up Annunen, and that's what he did in the first 22 minutes of play. But after Annunen allowed 3 goals on 6 shots, he was pulled in favor of Trent Miner, who saved 12 of 13 in the final 38 minutes of regulation. The Avalanche did lose 5-2 to the Washington Capitals, but Miner was solid in net, and he's going to be a good one. And obviously, Trent Miner, being as young as he is and as talented as he is, it's no surprise to everybody that's watched the Grizzlies over the last handful of years that Trent Miner ended up making it all the way to the National Hockey League. Miner was a Grizzly over the last 3 years, where he had a record of 39, 32, and 3. He had a .911 career save percentage with Utah and a 2.88 goals against average. Miner is the Grizzlies' all-time shutout king. He had 7 shutouts in the 2021-22 season. He also had 3 clean sheets in the regular season in the 2022-23 year, and he also had a postseason shutout against Idaho. On 2 different occasions, Miner had back-to-back shutouts. He had back-to-back shutouts on October 24th, 2021 against Idaho, and then 5 days later on October 29th, he got a shutout at Wichita. And that was during the first month of the 2021-22 season. And the other time that Miner had back-to-back shutouts was certainly at a critical time. The Grizzlies needed a victory against Tulsa to clinch a playoff spot on the final day of the regular season. That was April 15th of 2023. And Miner picked up a shutout that night against the Tulsa Oilers as Utah won 5-0. And then in game 1 of the best-of-7 Mountain Division semifinal series against the Idaho Steelheads, Trent Miner picked up a 43-save shutout as Utah won 3-0. And that was certainly big, considering that Idaho, during the regular season that year, broke pretty much every league record team-wise that you could break during the regular season. However, at the start of that playoff series, between the coaches, the players, myself, everybody felt like the Grizzlies had a good chance, even though nobody else gave the Grizzlies a prayer in that series. Utah ended up winning the first 2 games of that series in Idaho before losing 4 straight overtime contests. But despite the fact on paper that Idaho was a heavy favorite, everybody among the Grizzlies organization felt like they had a good chance, and there was one reason for it. That was because of Trent Miner. And, he had a great career with the Grizzlies. Last year, had a breakout campaign with the Colorado Eagles, and he was pretty much their starter the second half of the year. Miner has been the Avalanche start, or the Eagles starter the first month of this season, and Trent Miner got called up yesterday, and he made his NHL debut, and it was certainly a thrill to see as Trent Miner, one of the good guys, 4th-year pro. He played his junior hockey with the Vancouver Giants, and Trent Miner getting the NHL call-up and making his NHL debut last night. Miner is the first former Grizzlies goaltender to make his NHL debut since Kevin Boyle, who appeared in a game with the Anaheim Ducks in relief on February 9th, 2019. There have been a few goaltenders in the Grizzlies ECHL era who have played in the NHL. Most of them were in the NHL and then filtered their way back to the Grizzlies. There have only been a few that started out with the Grizzlies and then later on made their NHL debut. Aaron Dell is probably the biggest name of those that have ECHL Grizzlies experience and then went on to the NHL. And it's possible the Grizzlies will see Aaron Dell next week, as he is currently a goaltender with the Wichita Thunder. So we'll see if we'll see Aaron Dell. He's actually in net once tonight for the Wichita Thunder as they take on the Iowa Heartlanders. It's going to be a fun one here tonight, as Adam Berg will be in action once again for the Grizzlies. He made his Utah 2024-25 debut and scored a goal in his first shift, 3:08 into the game. Utah ended up losing 3-2 in overtime. We'll see if the Grizzlies get a little bit of revenge here this evening, as it's Rangers night. It's Texas Rangers night over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. That's the Texas Rangers baseball franchise that won the World Series back in 2023. When we come back, we'll give you the lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face off in a few minutes over from Allen, Texas at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who overall have a record of 4-4-1 this season. They're led by fourth-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz, who has 112 victories in his time with the Grizz. Utah is 2-2-1 on the road this season. Starting in net is Adam Scheel. This will be his 9th appearance this season. Scheel leads the league in minutes played and saves as a goaltender. In 8 games this season, he's got a record of 4-3-1 with a 3.31 goals against average and .898 save percentage. The backup goaltender tonight is Vinny Duplessis, as yesterday Jake Barcheski was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles as he replaced Trent Miner, who went up to the Avalanche and played the final 2 periods in last night's game. So Scheel will be starting in net. The starting defensive pairing is going to be Brian Yoon, who scored a goal last night in the second period. Yoon's got a point in 6 of his 9 games, and he'll be paired up with Derek Dashke, who currently is tied for the team lead with Neil Shea with 8 points. Shea currently is up in the AHL with the Colorado Eagles, and he's actually doing some good things with Colorado's. In 5 games, Shea has 1 goal and 2 assists for the Eagles. He scored a goal last night for Colorado. And Dashke, he leads the team in shots on goal with 34. He's certainly been an instrumental part to the Grizzlies' attack. He's got a point in 6 of his 9 games, and Dashke also leads all Grizzlies defensemen in plus-minus with a +2 rating. So watch out for Derek Dashke. He's going to be wearing number 5, paired up with Brian Yoon, the second-year pro out of Colorado College. The other defensemen we're expected to see tonight are Kay Jensen. He'll be paired up with Kabori Dunn. We will also see James Shearer lined up with Gianni Fairbrother. Boy, Fairbrother's been an Allen Americans killer, as he has 4 goals and 2 assists in 4 games against Allen this year. Over the last 6 games, Fairbrother has 7 points, 4 goals, and 3 assists. And he has certainly been a key defenseman for the Grizzlies. He is wearing the captaincy. It's the 3rd straight season that a Grizzlies defenseman is the team captain. So watch out for Fairbrother. He'll be lined up next to James Shearer all night long. Yoon and Dashke are the starting defensive pairing. The starting forwards include Mick Messner, who has 3 goals and 4 assists in 9 games. Messner led Utah with 6 shots on goal in last night's contest. Briley Wood will also be in the lineup. He's got 1 goal and 4 assists in 9 games. He is 6'3" and 188 pounds. And Cole Gallant is also starting, wearing number 25. Gallant has an assist in 3 straight games. Overall in the year, he has 6 assists in 9 games. So starting forwards again are Messner, Wood, and Gallant. We will also see Craig Armstrong out there. He's 5'9" and 195 pounds. He's a +2 this season. Cameron Buell will also be in there. He has 3 goals in 8 games. Dylan Fitz has 2 goals and 4 assists in 9 games. Fitz has been outstanding over the last handful of contests. Aaron Aragon will be in there. This will be his 6th appearance this season. Luke Manning's got 1 goal and 6 assists in 9 games. Reed Lobster in 8 games has 3 goals and 1 assist. 2 of those 3 goals came on the power play. Adam Berg will be wearing number 19 tonight for the second straight evening. He scored a goal, 3:08 into the first period. He was a +1 last night. We will also see Tyson Upper. He'll be lined up with Cade Nilsson. Nilsson picked up an assist last night. He's got a point in 3 of 6 games this season. So we mentioned Messner, Wood, and Gallant are the starters. We will also see the forwards of Armstrong, Buell, and Fitz, as well as Aragon, Manning, and Lebster, as well as Berg, who's going to be lined up with Tyson Upper and Cade Nilsson. For the homestanding Allen Americans, who have won 4 of their last 5 games, they played pretty good hockey as of late. They've got a record of 2-3-1 at home this season. Overall, they are 4-5-1. Starting in net is going to be Anson Thornton. It'll be the first time that Thornton will be in net. His glove side is his right, and his stick side is on his left. This will be his 6th appearance this season. Thornton's got a record of 0-3-1 with a 4.12 goals against average and .894 save percentage. He will be wearing number 35. It's the first time he's faced the Grizzlies in this series. He played against the Grizzlies in Utah's home opener on November 1st. The backup goaltender is Dylan Wells, and he got the victory in each of the last 2 games, including a 45-save performance against the Grizzlies on Friday night. The starting defensive pairing is Hudson Wilson, who's scoreless in 9 games. He is 6'3" and 200 pounds. He'll be lined up next to Artem Kulikov, who's been pretty active. He's got one goal in 10 games, but he's got 17 penalty minutes, and he's a big guy at 6'2" and 216 pounds. The starting forwards, Mark Dewart, who has 1 goal in 10 games. He's a -7. He'll be wearing number 8. He'll take a lot of the key faceoffs for Allen. Easton Brodzinski has 5 goals and 3 assists in 10 games, including 4 goals against the Grizzlies this year. And James Hardy, who was one of Allen's more active forwards last night, he's got 1 assist in 10 games. The forward to watch out for is Braden Watts, who is public enemy number 1 among Grizzlies fans' eyes. He has 4 goals and 3 assists in 4 games against the Grizzlies this year. So watch out for Braden Watson. As we mentioned, Allen has been a good team as of late, as they have won 4 of their last 5 games. It's the Grizzlies and the Americans. It's Texas Rangers night. I wonder if the Americans, for the second straight night, will wear specialty jerseys honoring the Texas Rangers or their neighbors, although they're about a 45-minute drive, as Arlington's on the other side of Dallas. From where Allen, Texas is. Allen's about a half hour away from Dallas, depending on traffic. It does look like there's a little bit of a Texas Rangers theme to the jersey, although the lights are off. We'll find out when they turn the lights on. But it does look like Texas Rangers themed specialty jerseys. We'll come back and have face-off on the other side. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Jerry Seiner, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your adventure.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. Grizzlies and the Allen Americans will start in a couple minutes. We'll be back with Face Off. Don't forget to get your tickets for the next Grizzlies homestand. That's going to be on Thanksgiving week, November 27th, 29th, and 30th, as the Grizzlies take on the Indy Fuel. We'll come back and have Face Off on the other side. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
If you're looking for a player to watch on either side, watch out for Gianni Fairbrother, who's been outstanding against Allen. He's got 4 goals this season, all of them against the Americans. The 4 goals are tied for the most among league defensemen. And for the Allen Americans, we'd mentioned Braden Watts. Boy, he's been outstanding, 4 goals and 3 assists. But also watch out for Spencer Asachuk. He is 6'6" and 230 pounds, and he's an old veteran that seems to always play well against the Grizzlies. Asachuk has 2 goals and 3 assists in 4 games. Kyle Krinkovic has 1 goal and 5 assists in 4 games, and Easton Brodzinski has 3 goals and 2 assists in 4 games against the Grizz. We'll come back in 15 seconds and have Face Off on the other side. This is the Utah Grizzlies Radio Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
It's a great night for hockey as 2 big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans in the last of a 3-game series. On Wednesday morning, it was the Allen Americans picking up a 3-1 victory, as it was 2-1 when Braden Watts scored .330 into the third, with .330 left in the third period. That gave Allen a 2-1 lead. Grizzlies put together a rally to try to tie it up, but it was all for naught as Allen scored an empty netter with 1 second left, and the Americans came away with a 3-1 victory. Last night could have gone either way. They were tied at 1 after 1 period, tied at 2 after 2 periods. The game went to overtime. Both teams had a power play. Grizzlies couldn't capitalize on theirs in the first 2 minutes of the overtime session. Allen got they got a power play late in overtime, and they connected as Braden Watts scored on a one-timer from the right circle to give the Americans a 3-2 victory. Adam Scheel has been very busy this season. He leads the league in minutes and saves among all league goaltenders. This will be his 9th appearance this season. He'll be going up against Anson Carter, whose glove side is his right, his stick side is his left. First time that Thornton has played against the Grizzlies in this series. Thornton did get the loss against Utah on November 9th, where he allowed 4 goals, and we'll see what happens here tonight. It's Texas Rangers night, and if you know what the Texas Rangers blue jersey looks like, that's pretty much what the Allen Americans are wearing tonight, with a red helmet and red trousers. Grizzlies have a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. Utah wins the draw. They're skating from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it in Utah. This is the Grizzlies. Dump it in. They're in the attack zone as Gallant over to Wood, who tried to feed it out in front. The only guy there was Easton Brodzinski. Problem, plays for Allen. Over to the left wing for Hardy. He'll loft it on to Scheel, and Scheel will snatch it as we get a whistle 19 seconds into the game. Everybody make your pick to click, because Dude's going to be the player of the game for the Grizzlies tonight. I got a feeling James Shearer, who's lined up with Gianni Fairbrother tonight as their defensive pairing. I got a feeling Shearer is going to have a big night. Same 5 on the ice, although Shearer and Fairbrother join the action as Cole Gallant, who's got an A on his sweater. Gallant and Messner are wearing the A's tonight, and Gianni Fairbrother's wearing the captain's C this season. Grizzlies won the draw. They skate from left to right. Utah will carry it out to center ice, and they'll cross center. Messner will chip it into the near corner as Messner chases after. He feeds up top to Fairbrother. Across to Shearer. Left side shot. Saved by Thornton. Rebound goes towards Wood. And the far corner, 2-on-2 battle as Wood trying to hack it away. Puck gets brushed towards the far side. Messner has a bobble off his stick as he was challenged by an American. As Allen crosses center ice, Scheel skates to the far goal line to cut the puck off as the Grizzlies get to the near side. Utah will bank it off the near boards to Wood. Pass goes tape to tape off the wall as Wood gets it towards the right side. Shot to score! Grizzlies take a lead 58 seconds in. Is that the captain, Gianni Fairbrother? I think it is. As it's Gianni Fairbrother getting his 5th of the year, all 5 of them against the Allen Americans, and the Grizzlies take a quick 1-0 lead. Fairbrother was over there. Armstrong was cutting towards the net as the Grizzlies drop first blood tonight. It's certainly big for the Grizzlies to get off to a quick lead, as after all, they're 2-0 this season when leading after one period. So it's the Grizzlies 1, Allen nothing, as Utah scored 58 seconds into the game. As we believe it was Fairbrother, unless it got tipped in front of the net. Armstrong was out in front. As Allen crosses center ice, they'll dump it on to Shield. Shield will push it to the near side as Utah gets challenged trying to clear their zone. Grizzlies pushing out to center ice. Pass to the left wing as Utah gets cut off. I think that was Reed Webster, number 17. Make that Cade Nilsson. As the Americans to the near side, Nolan Orzek cuts in front of Thornton. Now he veers off to the right. He pushes out to center ice. Grizzlies picking off. Utah over the attack line, but they're offside as Allen did a good job making the Grizzlies redirect over at the Allen line. Spencer Asachuk and Braden Watts were in the area. So the whistle blows with 18:26 left in the first. Boy, the Americans with a very sharp-looking Texas Rangers-themed specialty jersey. A blue top with white numbers, a little bit of red mixed into the top of the jersey. They've got red helmets and red pants. Draws at new trice near the Allen bench. Fans still filing in over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Utah leads 1-0 as we believe Fairbrother scored 58 seconds in. Grizzlies dumping in after winning the face-off as the Americans will skip it out to center ice. Grizzlies run it down to their line. Utah will direct it out towards the Allen line, looking for Cameron Buell. Puck bounces. Now Buell gets it left side. Shot ends up going wide. Didn't get to see the net as to where the shot was ending up. To the near side, Grizzlies battle on the boards. Allen took it away. Riley Janelle steps over the line left side. Toe drag. Shot is blocked away. Now in the slot, lefty shot. That one goes wide. That might have been Andrew Nilsson, number 55, one of 6 defensemen for B.J. Adams tonight. Grizzlies get the puck as none. We get it back to Jensen. Jensen, blue line to blue line pass is hot, and it flies off a stick, and it goes into the near corner deep in the Allen zone as the Americans skate from right to left. As Nilsson very patient with his approach as he just stands behind his goaltender. Tonight it's Anson Thornton as Nilsson will direct it to the far side. And the Americans outlet it to center. Puck skips to the center ice logo. Adam Berg gets spun around. Berg delivers a big-time hit as Allen was skating into the attack zone. We get a whistle. Might have been offside on Allen as there was a little bit of action and commotion near the Utah blue line. Fairbrother did get the goal, his 5th of the year. All 5 of his goals have come against the Americans this season. And so he now has 7 points against Allen this year. Briley Wood and Derek Dashke picked up the assists. And that's kind of interesting as Dashke is not normally paired up with Fairbrother, but Dashke, if it is him getting the assist, that's his 8th of the year, which leads the club. And that means that he now has 9 points to break a tie with Neil Shea, who's currently up in the AHL. And for Briley Wood, that's his 5th assist this season. Allen dumps into the Grizzlies zone. Shield lets it go towards the far boards. Big time hit as Grizzlies will pitch it out to center ice. Grizzlies cross the center red line to the right side. Now they step over the attack line. Adam Berg with good speed skates towards the near corner. He gets double teamed as he gets pushed along the wall. Nilsson got hit in the back by Orzek, or make that James Hardy. Allen will drag it out to neutralize. Pass to the right side connects. The Americans get back checked and they'll filter it towards the near corner. As the Grizzlies, Johnny Fairbrother gets set. Boy, Fairbrother's been an Allen Americans killer almost as much as Watts has destroyed the Grizzlies. Utah spreads the ice. They will get new forwards as Utah will pitch it out to center ice. Pass goes tape to tape, 1-on-3. Grizzlies over the offensive line as skating horizontally. Can't quite tell what it is. It looks like it's Messner. And the Americans throw it back to the Utah line. Pass goes between 2 Allen forwards. Grizzlies around center ice, but Allen took it away. And the Americans skate in, but they're offside. We've had a few offside calls as the whistle blows with 16:10 left in the first. It's just the start of things, so grab some chips and dip in a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Saturday with us. The referees tonight are Ryan Siegel and Marc-Olivier Faneuf. The linesmen are Michael Miggins and Trent Williams. I don't think that's the same Trent Williams that stars for the San Francisco 49ers, a future Hall of Fame offensive lineman. Draw's going to be neutralized as the Americans were called for offside. Cole Gallant will take the draw against Mark Duert. Duert last season played with Rapid City, also spent some time with Calgary in the AHL. As Mike Van Unen turns it over after Allen won the face-off, Grizzlies left side, lefty shot Saved by Thornton. As it looked like Dashke got the pass as a Grizzly dropped it off for him over in the left point. Dashke fired away, and Thornton made a routine save 4 minutes in. So draw's going to be an offensive zone 1 for Utah, as Gallant will take it. Messner's in the right wing as he stares down Easton Brodzinski. As Gallant crouches at the face-off circle, this time the draw is won by Allen. As the Americans skate towards the near side, they skate from right to left in the first period as they'll bounce off the chest of Dewart. Grizzlies skate back in, left side. Siring pass to Messner. I'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Well, Wood tried to get it off the end boards for a rebound, but Allen poked it away from him. Allen out to center ice. Grizzlies on the back check took it away, and a delayed offside. Allen lets Utah touch it up. Grizzlies will drag the puck out to neutral ice. Now left wing pass connects. I think that's Aragon. He skates over the attack line. He'll push it to Messner. Messner across to Lebster. Lebster wearing number 17. Far side near the boards. Takes a shot that's blocked. Allen will drag it out to center ice. Right wing. Americans 1-on-5 step over the line, but the Grizzlies took it away. Utah's Craig Armstrong skates north-south along the right wing. As he'll drop it off, Grizzlies are over the attack line. Utah gets double-teamed over in the near corner. Lebster in the area. As Gagnon holds his ground on Manning. Manning has the puck near his skate, and 3 Americans are staring nearby. Puck comes out of the pile, and it goes towards the high slot. Grizzlies keep it in. Fairbrother fires towards the net, and that one gets blocked away about 5 feet in front of Thornton. Allen drags it out to center ice. Grizzlies in the back check took it away. Well, Utah's back check's been pretty good so far. Grizzlies, 3-on-3. They step over the attack line. Over towards Manning. One-timer goes wide as Manning missed the net. Stick side on Thornton as Jensen will try to force it towards the near corner. It's picked off by Nielsen. Long-range pass connects as the Americans skate over the attack line. Allen drops it off. Right side, lefty shot. Saved by Shields. It bounced off his chest. Utah gets the rebound. Grizzlies will skate in as over towards the near corner, deep in the Allen zone. Grizzlies get it over towards Shearer. He takes a shot. Saved by Thornton as Shearer fired away from just outside the right circle. Thornton holds on. 14:08 left in the first. Grizzlies are buzzing. They already got a goal from Fairbrother 58 seconds in. And the Grizzlies seem to be on the attack quick in the transition game as they lead 1-0. Robbie Bell Aragon will take the draw for Allen against Cameron Buell. Buell 3 goals this season in 8 games. Buell takes the draw. This time it's won by Allen. Americans are in their own zone, skating from right to left. Pass ahead, bounces off of Janelle's stick as Bell Aragon skates horizontally towards the right side. He'll step over the attack line. Shot and a score. As the Americans tied up with 13:56 left in the first and couldn't quite tell who that was. It might have been Braden Guy, number 14. It is Guy who gets his first of the season as he high-fives everybody on the Allen bench. As 6:04 in, Allen ties it up as Guy skated in just outside the right circle with a little bit of momentum, and he fired it stick side past Adam Scheel. Braden Guy scored 6 goals in 33 games with Reading last year. He also played in 7 games with Orlando in this league and 2 games in the AHL with Springfield. Braden Guy, just 23 years old. It's his 3rd full season as a pro. As the Americans tied up with Braden Guy getting his first in an Allen Americans jersey as the Grizzlies out to center ice as Manning gets around 2-on-1, but Allen takes the puck over in the far circle of their zone as they skate around their net. As the Americans will bounce off a skate, and it's Cade Nilsson. Utah tried to get it back to Nilsson from the corner, and it stays there, and eventually Allen takes it away. Orzek will shovel it out of the zone as the puck hippity hops deep in the Grizzlies' end. It's run down by Shearer as he'll push it ahead. Grizzlies will direct it to the right side. Dumping it in, I believe, is Jensen. Kind of looked like his body type. Unfortunately, we're not as able to be precise with names as we'd like to be. Van Noonen, left side, steps over the attack line, dangles back and forth. Now he fires a shot, saved by Shield. Grizzlies get the rebound as they'll tap it towards the near boards. As Shearer over to Fairbrother, now to, I believe, Corey Dunn. Long-range pass, ricochets off the far boards. Allen gets it back in their own end as we're 7 minutes in, and we're tied at 1. Fairbrother has Utah's goal, and Braden Guy answered for Allen 6.5 minutes in. Grizzlies cross center ice. They step over the offensive blue line as they'll direct it to the near corner. Allen gets there a step before Utah, and they'll saucer at the center ice. Pass goes tape to tape as the Americans will skate over the Utah line, but the Grizzlies, with a good poke check, took it away. The long-range pass goes north-south and picked off by Allen. As Allen gets to the right-left side, Duart, righty shot, saved by Shield. As Duart had a pretty good look with 12:25 left in the first, but Shield holds on. We're tied at 1. Fairbrother scored 58 seconds in, and about 6 minutes later, Braden Guy got the tying goals. He scored from the right wing. We're tied at 1 with 12:25 left in the first period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
12 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first period. Utah and Allen are tied at 1. Johnny Fairbrother scored 58 seconds in with Briley Wood and Derek Dashke getting the assist. And 6:04 into the first, Braden Guy tied it up as he scored from the right wing, his first in an Allen jersey. Robbie Bell Aragon got the assist. And for Bell Aragon, that's his first point for Allen. Bell Aragon didn't play on Wednesday, but he's been a key contributor for the Americans this weekend. As Utah wins the draw, they're in their own zone, skating from left to right. As they flipped it about 6 feet in the air, it's leapt and grabbed by Allen and dropped. Now the Grizzlies from neutral ice dump it in. As Anson Thornton will drop it off for a defenseman. Grizzlies challenge the play as it kicks towards the far side. Allen moves it across. Brzezinski crosses the center red line. Diagonal pass, bounced off a Grizzlies stick. Puck goes deep into the Utah zone. Grizzlies to the near side, get bounced off the boards. Did Craig Armstrong by Hardy. Hardy feeds it in front of the net. Allen will take a shot, and Schill's able to steer it away. As the Americans over to the right side, now they fire towards the net, and it's blocked as the puck will kick out to center ice. Grizzlies will switch up forwards. Crossing center ice is Hardy, we believe. He'll dump it to the far corner. Ricochets far towards the circle. Grizzlies will move it out. Utah steps over the offensive line, 2-on-3, looking for a centering pass, and it went behind Cameron Buell. Allen steps over the offensive blue line. Duart, backhand shot goes wide as he tried to fire it across Shield on a tough angle. Grizzlies will chip it deep into the Allen zone, run down by, I believe, Ryan Gagnon, number 3, as we're about 9 minutes in, tied at 1. As Allen, far side, will move it across. Pass connects to Watts. Watts will bank it off the far boards. He gets around a Grizzlies defenseman. Watts trying to get it to the near corner. Utah took it away. Fitz across off the far boards to center ice for Dashke. Dashke moves to his right. Grizzlies over the attack line. Fitz over to the left side. Lefty shot. Saved by Thornton. I think that was Aragon that took the shot. Now high slot. Dashke fires towards the net. And Thornton snatched it about shoulder high, and he holds on. 10:47 left in the first period. As Brian Yoon was in the locker room, we kind of wondered why Dashke was paired up with Fairbrother. Yoon was in the locker room, and it was Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, that we saw kind of a quick glance of him running back on the ice. The locker rooms are not connected to the bench, so we hadn't seen Yoon for a little bit as he was getting some repairs done in the locker room. Hopefully he'll be okay to return. Draws in the Allen zone. Nilsson will take it. He's out there with Upper and Adam Berg. Berg wearing number 19. That's the jersey number that Jordan Stone wore over the last 3 years. As Grizzlies in the attack zone being challenged on the right side. As Allen tries to brush it away. Strong with the puck is Upper. As he'll drop it for Fairbrother. Back to Upper, right wing. He'll take a lefty shot. And that one gets sticked away by Thornton. And the puck deflects out of play with 10:28 left in the first. So Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw as Braden Watts looks up to the heavens. As we haven't really had the type of high-scoring game that I think we've been expecting in this series. We'll see if tonight's that sort of high-scoring type of affair. a Texas Rangers logo with the T. The Texas Rangers baseball team is on either shoulder of the American specialty jersey. Well, it's kind of has that baseball hockey crossover feel, and I love it. As Utah wins the draw, they're in the offensive zone right side. They feed it up top towards Wood, but it glanced off his stick and it goes out to neutralize. Grizzlies reset at their blue line. Pass ahead to the left side. Utah steers it to the right for Wood. Wood over the attack line as he dangles back and forth over to Aragon, back towards Wood. Wood along the near goal line, trying to get it up top. Pass was too soft. Utah tried to gather it, but Allen took it away. As the Americans, 2-on-3, skate in. Right side, siren pass, shot. And that one's kicked away by Shield. As the play still alive along the near side, Grizzlies get after the loose puck, and they're moving out to center ice. As Messner over the line spins to the near corner, he loses his balance as he got nudged by Hudson Wilson. As the Americans will skip it out to center ice, Utah will chase after it deep in their own end. They want icing, none to be had as the Americans fit in the line change. 9.5 minutes left in the first period, still tied at 1. Grizzlies blue line to blue line pass. They chip it in from just outside the Allen line. Thornton will direct it along the near boards. Watts gets double teamed. Grizzlies took it away. Webster right side, righty shot. And that one goes wide and out of play. Thornton might have gotten a piece of it with 9:19 left in the first. As looks like there's a timeout on the ice. It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Americans 1 halfway through the first period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Americans 1 with 9:19 left in the first period. If you joined us late, Gianni Fairbrother got his 5th of the year, all 5 of his goals coming against Allen. He scored 58 seconds in with Briley Wood, and Derek Dashke gained the assist. Allen tied it up 6:04, and as Braden Guy got his 1st of the year with Robbie Bell Aragon gained the assist. Offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies is 1, but it's Allen that takes it away as they skate from right to left. Allen crossing center ice in the Texas Rangers specialty jersey. They step over the line, but it looks like they're offside with 9:07 left in the first. Boy, it looks like we've had quite a few offside calls here in the first 11 minutes of play. As Allen trying to force the issue, skating into the attack zone, but they're just a little bit too eager to get into the offensive zone. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. That's certainly not unusual for the Grizzlies. Utah does have the fewest penalty minutes in the league. Average at 66, averaging 7.33 per game. And the Grizzlies do have 3 fighting majors to their name this year. Grizzlies win the face-off over at their blue line. Grizzlies skip it ahead. Does Fitz. Allen will dump it back in. Yoon chasing after it. Yoon missed a few minutes as he was in the locker room getting repairs done with Colin Lee. As Yoon over to neutralize, Grizzlies will step over the offensive line and dump it over to the end boards as Fitz got spun around as Allen got there a step ahead of him. Puck to the right side. Utah gets up top. Beal dangles the puck back and forth. He's in the high side. He fires towards the net. It goes wide. Decimus glove side on Thornton. Thornton's stick side is his left. And the Grizzlies in the near corner as Aragon battles Beal, as Bell Aragon over there with Aragon. As Beal skates towards the left point. Pivot side trying to get it back towards the far corner. And Allen took him away as the Americans cross center ice and they'll loft it in. Shell cuts it off and lets it go towards the near corner on a bounce. As Utah gets hit along the near corner, Allen over in the attack zone as we're tied at 1. Allen skates past the corner that they vacated as the Americans will skip it back to the near corner. Utah chasing after it. They get the loose puck and they backhand it to center ice. As Allen will peel back into their own zone intentionally. Mike Van Unen moves it across as the Americans will shuffle out to center ice, right wing. Allen will step over the offensive line. They skate towards the far corner as they'll skip it around the net. Ryland Van Unen skates around towards the far corner. Now he feeds it up top. Right point, lefty shot is blocked. Now another American gets, I think that's Bell Aragon. He'll direct it to the high slot. Mike Van Unen's shot is blocked. Van Unen runs it down along the near boards as a 2-on-2 collision. Berg delivers a hit as the Grizzly goes down along the near side as Utah will drag it out to center ice. 1-on-4. Grizzlies tried to dump it in, but it didn't go all the way. And we get a whistle as there's 7:16 left in the first. We're tied at 1. Both teams, despite both teams having a goal tonight, seems like both teams have been on point defensively. That's really been a focus for both units coming into this series, as it looks like Allen picked up a penalty, as can't quite tell who's in the box for the Americans. I think that's Dakota Seaman, number 70, as he's in for 2 minutes. We didn't get to see the official signals, so we're not sure what he did, but he certainly broke a rule, and the Grizzlies will be on the power play for the first time tonight. 7:16 left in the first. Utah went 1 for 2 on the power play last night. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke over to the left side, back to Dashke. He's in the high slot. He'll move it to his left. Grizzlies get it to the far corner. Utah dance around. Now they get it up top. That's Brian Hume. High slot, righty shot. Saved by Thornton. Boy, Wood was net front trying to either redirect it or at least take away Thornton's vision. But Hume's shot went right into Thornton's glove, and he holds on with 7:02 left in the first. Dakota Seaman got a 2-minute tripping minor, 12:44 into the first. Grizzlies are 5 for 28 on the power play this season. That's 17.9%. Allen's penalty kill is 76.7%, in the middle of the pack in the league. As a drop to the far side, and it's won by Allen, as the Americans will slice it all the way towards Adam Scheel, cut off at the Utah line. Like great hands by Derek Dashke. As Utah over to the right side gets to Neutrise, so back in it towards Gallant. He's deep in the Grizzly zone. He'll push it to Neutrise for Wood. Wood skates horizontally towards the far side. Now he'll throw a left wing pass. It connects. As the puck goes towards Hume, trying to get to Gallant on a one-time tap of the near goal line. It goes wide. Gallant up top to Dashke, across to Hume. Hume trying to direct it towards the far side, across. And Allen picked it off, and they clear it out. 1:08 and counting left in the Grizzlies power play, and 6:20 and counting left in the first. We're tied at 1. Grizzlies in the power play for the first time tonight. Allen's yet to go on the power play. Grizzlies, Dylan Fitz dumps it in from just outside the Allen line. Thornton will bounce off a Grizzly behind the net. Fitz in the near corner. 2-on-2 battle. As the puck drifts towards the far corner, loose puck. Braden Guy gets there a step before Utah. He jabs at it, and the Americans get it and clear it out. Scheel races down to the near goal line as he'll cut it off as an American and Grizzly in a foot race get there about the same time. Puck drifts towards a crease, and Utah comes up with it. 30 seconds left in the power play. 5:42 and counting left in the first. Grizzlies cross center ice. Now they step over the offensive blue as Utah along the end boards get it around to Lebster. He collects it on the right side. Lebster towards the goal line. Gets the Fitz in the right circle. He'll get it up top to Fairbrother. Fairbrother dangles with it. Left side. Lefty shot. Saved by Thornton. He holds on with 8 seconds left. And Andrew Nilsson giving a Grizzly the riot act. And that's Luke Manning. As Manning had the audacity to get near Thornton to look for a redirection. And Andrew Nilsson is letting Manning know that he can't get near my goaltender. Nilsson, 2 years ago with the Grizzlies, he scored quite a few points, but he also led the league in penalty minutes. At the time, he was traded in March. As Nilsson looks at his hand, as he had one hand on Manning's jersey for quite some time. We mentioned Nilsson, a productive player in the 2022-23 season where he had 41 points in 47 games, 9 goals and 32 assists, but he also had 166 penalty minutes, and a lot of those were minor penalties. Both teams cease and desist, and they both will make a line change. 8 seconds left in the power play as Cameron Buell will take the drives, get Aragon to his right. Drop, goes towards the far boards. Grizzlies win a foot race by a step as Utah gets it up top. Left point, coming out of the box, Dakota Seaman as he joins the play. As Grizzlies in the right point, they dump it off the backboard. Grizzlies in the near corner. Utah chasing over. Buell trying to join the play as a Grizzly got held up on the near side. Allen will try to pitch it out to center ice. Grizzlies kept it in. Slot lefty shot goes wide, and the puck goes to the far side. Allen collects it, and and the Americans will drag it out to neutral ice. Grizzlies cross center ice, and they dump it on to Shield. 4:43 and counting left in the first. Grizzlies will move it into Allen territory. As Utah got their stick lifted, they couldn't collect the pass. As Thornton throws it to the near corner, Grizzlies tried to jab it out in front towards Messner. As the puck was either played with a high stick or it's a high sticking penalty. It was played with a high stick. Allen gets it. Americans skate to the right side, tied at 1. They skate around Shield's net to the near side. As Allen gets double teamed, can't quite tell some of the numbers as Utah out to center ice left side. Over the attack line is, I believe, Briley Wood. Grizzlies get to Gallant. He's on the left side. Righty shot is blocked. Allen gets out to center ice. Gallant cuts the American off and takes away the puck. Good job by Cole Gallant. As Allen at center ice, they cross center right wing. 2-on-2. Americans dangle, centering pass, shot and a score. And that's Braden Watts, public enemy number 1, doing it again. As he cut down the middle, Kyle Krenkovic was on the right side. He centered it out to Watts. And there goes that man again as Braden Watts gets a goal for the 3rd straight game. He now has 4 in the series and 7 on the season. Krenkovic to Watts. It was a 2-on-2. Krenkovic was on the right wing. Watts was cutting towards the net. Pass went tape to tape, and Watts went stick side past Shield. So the Americans lead 2-1 with 3:54 left in the first period. It's Watts' 5th season as a pro. He scored 60 goals in 4 seasons with Wichita. He had 40 or more assists in each of the last 2 seasons in Wichita. Americans cross center ice. They dump it in. Grizzlies delivered a shot as Allen was dumping it in from center ice. As Grizzlies go down in the near corner. A 3-on-2 scrum. Now a 3rd American joins the play. As now we get a whistle. As Lebster was over there, met Nilsson, and Nilsson trying to bully Lebster just as he did with Manning just about a minute ago. As now Nilsson just about holding on Lebster by the jersey, as Nilsson yelling at Lebster. Lebster holding his ground with the 2 linesmen between them. As Nilsson, we'll see if either guy gets a penalty. Lebster skating towards the penalty box. And I think Nilsson's going as well. Nilsson to the box. Couldn't tell if Lebster is in the box or not. 3:32 left in the first period. Allen leads 2-1, and I believe, Lebster is going to the box with Nilsson. So it looks like we'll skate 4-on-4 on the other side. Allen 2, Utah 1. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the number 1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Allen leads Utah 2-1 as Braden Watts scored 16:06 into the first with Kyle Krenkovic getting the assist. For Krenkovic, that's his 7th assist of the year, and for Watts, it's his 7th goal overall. It's his 4th in this series, and it's Watts' 5th against Utah this season. It's the 5th of 10 season meetings between the clubs. These teams won't meet until March, so they'll have a few months without seeing each other, and I think the Grizzlies would be okay with that. So it looks like we're skating 4-on-4, I believe, matching Ruffy Miners, Nilsson, and Lebster. As right wing shot by Allen goes wide as they skate along the far goal line. Backhand shot saved by Shield. Grizzlies come up with it. Utah drags it out to center ice as Gallant backhands it towards Berg. Berg flings it around Allen's net. Gallant chases after it on the far side. He'll chip it up top as Fairbrother right side looking for a redirection out in front for Berg, and the pass goes wide. 1:30 left in the 4-on-4 and 3 minutes and counting left in the first. Allen has outshot Utah 9-8. As the Americans get out to neutral ice. Left wing pass connects to Orzek, who one-handed it. They'll drop it off for Bel Aragon. Left side, righty shot goes wide as he missed the net. Grizzlies 2-on-2 cross center ice. Wood over the line, stops in the left point. They'll saucer it across as it goes off the wall. Grizzlies trying to handle it, but losing his balance was Gallant. Allen, right wing, new try, still dump it in as Jensen drifts towards the near corner. He'll accept the puck as he'll drop it for Kabori Dunn, the rookie out of Lindenwood University. Near side, Dunn dances around. Now Bell Aragon will retreat to new tries. Grizzlies still deep in their own end as Jensen in the far corner. As he skates around Shields' net, and he stops with 40 seconds left in the 4-on-4 as Jensen gets it to new tries. Utah to the left. Pass towards, I believe, Craig Armstrong. He battles with an American. Now Armstrong gets it back. He'll throw it to the left side. Jensen across as Utah to the right side. Manning will push to the far corner. Grizzlies dangle with the puck. Now they get it up top. Left side. Shot saved by Thornton. Rebound goes towards the near boards, and it's run down by Armstrong. Armstrong shuffles to the left circle. Take a lefty shot, and he misses wide. Armstrong still looking for his first pro goal. Watts has the puck left side. Skates towards his right. Watts tried to backhand it out in front, and the Grizzlies took it away. We're skating 5-on-5. Nilsson's out for Allen and Lebster for the Grizzlies. Both guys join the play. Left wing. Lefty shot goes wide. Grizzlies back to the right as Utah chips to Lebster. He's along the near goal line. He dangles with the puck, skates to the far side. He'll lay it for the far circle. Grizzlies sharp angled shot saved by Thornton, and he holds on with 1:11 left in the first. And once again, that's Andrew Nilsson, or that's not Nilsson, but that's Gagnon getting after a Grizzly after the whistle. As there's 1:11 left in the first, Grizzlies getting out in front of the net, trying to create traffic, and Allen doing what they can to try to discourage the Grizzlies from doing so. Both teams are up to 11 shots on goal, and neither team scored in the 4-on-4, as it's been a pretty evenly played first period, and the difference, kind of as it's been the previous two games of this series, been Braden Watts, as he scored 16:06 into the first. As Utah trying to even it up after Allen has scored 2 unanswered after Fairbrother gave Utah 1-0 lead 58 seconds in. Allen wins the draw. They cross center ice, skating from right to left as Utah gets pushed along the near boards. Left side, Nilsson with a shot. That goes wide. Less than a minute left in the first period. Grizzlies will slice it out to center ice. It goes past Fitz. It goes deep into the Allen zone. Thornton plays it. He'll feed it to the far side. Allen skating from right to left. Will chip it to the left side. A bounced off a Grizzly stick. It goes to center ice. And the Grizzlies will fire it back in. Puck glides along the boards towards the near side. As the Americans, Dylan Fitz delivers a shot. One of the referees was near the way. Grizzlies left point. Shot into traffic is blocked. 25 seconds left. Braden Guy, who's got a goal tonight, gets to the left circle. Toe drag shot is sticked away by Shield. And play stops with 20 seconds left in the first. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. As Allen's now up to 12 shots to the Grizzlies 11. Derek Dashke leads Utah in shots in the season with 34. And he's up to 37 as he's taken 3. Gianni Fairbrother has 2, and then a few other Grizzlies with 1 shot. Easton Brodzinski leads Allen with 3 shots, 2 shots each for Braden Guy and Braden Watts. And both of those guys each have a goal. So the Bradens have gotten it done for Allen here in the first period. 10 seconds left. Grizzlies near side, pushing to center ice. Grizzlies cross center. Gallant tried to chip it in, but it went just towards the Allen line. Utah will bounce it in deep. Allen retreats and gets it. And that will do it for 20 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center as Fairbrother gave Utah lead 58 seconds in. But it's the Bradens. Guy scoring 6:04 in, and then Watts 16:06 in. So the goals for Allen came 10 minutes and 2 seconds apart as they lead 2-1. There was one power play in the first period, and that was the Grizzlies. They got one. Dakota Seaman got a tripping minor. Grizzlies didn't get much of a look on their power play. They might have had 1 or 2 shots in the 2-minute man advantage. We'll come back and recap the first period. We'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports. After 20 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, it's the Allen Americans 2 and the Utah Grizzlies 1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points. and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. We played a third of the game, and Allen leads 2-1. It was certainly important for the Grizzlies to get off to a fast start, and they did so in the first minute as Gianni Fairbrother gave the Grizzlies a 1-0 lead as he scored from the right wing. Briley Wood and Derek Dashke picked up the assist. I think something must have happened to Brian Uni. Missed a few minutes. We kind of saw a glance about 7 minutes in where he was coming away back from the locker room as Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, was running on the ice. And so for that, Fairbrother and Dashke were a pair, and Dashke picks up his team-leading 8th assist this season. And with the assist that Dashke got in the Fairbrother goal, he now leads the team with 9 points this season. And Dashke was previously tied with Neil Shea. Shea is currently in the AHL with the Colorado Eagles, and he's doing some good things with Colorado. He scored a goal last night. He has 1 goal and 2 assists in 5 games with the Eagles. And really that's kind of made a big difference as the Grizzlies had lost 3 key forwards since the start of training camp. During the middle of the first week of camp, Mark Sendon, who was probably projected to be a Grizzly, he got sent up to the AHL's Colorado Eagles, and Sendon's played pretty well with the Eagles. Keaton Mastrodonato, after opening night, got recalled to Colorado, and he's been with them ever since. And Neil Shea had a goal in each of the first 5 games of the season. He had 8 points in 5 games with Utah, and this is the 5th game that he's been out due to being called up to Colorado, as he played the first 5 games. And this is game 10 in the regular season, and Utah certainly misses those 3 guys. Maybe it's not necessarily having all 3 of them, but even if the Grizzlies have, I'd say maybe two of the 3, even one of the 3, who knows, where the Grizzlies would be. But that's one top forward line that just isn't there for the Grizzlies. And Utah's had to make do. And, it's just one of those things. It's kind of tough because when you think about those injuries that have piled up for both the Avalanche and the Eagles have had some injuries in their own right, the team that kind of, is left holding the bag is the Grizzlies. And that's the case with every ECHL team when their NHL and AHL affiliates are dealing with injuries, as what has happened with the Avalanche and Eagles here early in the season. So for that, the Grizzlies probably don't have nearly as many forwards, but it is great to see defensemen step up. After all, Fairbrother has really stepped it up after Shea got called up, and he's been unbelievable against the Americans this year. And Derek Dashke, I think everybody knew based on the year he had with Kalamazoo last season, where he scored 16 goals and was actually ranked tied for 2nd in the league in goals last season. I think we knew that Dashke was going to produce some good things. And coming into play tonight, he led the team in shots with 34, and he leads the Grizzlies with 3 through 1 period. Fairbrother scored 58 seconds in with Wood and Dashke getting the assist. We mentioned before the game the Grizzlies are 2-0 when leading after 1 period, and I thought that was going to be a big factor in tonight's game, and I thought it was going to be a big key for Utah is that they had to get off and establish something early Well, they did that the first 5 minutes or so, but the lead didn't last for long. 6:04 into the first period, so a little bit more than 5 minutes after Fairbrother scored. It was Braden Guy. Kind of went coast to coast from the right wing, had all sorts of momentum, got the puck, and he fired away. Stick side past Adam Scheel. Guy with his first of the year with Allen. He had, I think, 6 goals with Reading last year. He also spent some time with Orlando, 7 games with them. 2 years ago, he played just about the full season with the Orlando Solar Bears, and in 55 games, he had 14 goals and 15 assists. And so for Guy, it's his 21st professional goal, all of them at the ECHL level. He scored 6:04 in with Robbie Bell Aragon picking up the assist. And for Bell Aragon, he had been in France each of the last 2 years. He's also got previous experience in this league with South Carolina, Orlando, Tulsa. Bell Aragon is 30 years old, former draft pick back in 2012 by the Ottawa Senators. So Bell Aragon is the guy that's got quite a bit of professional experience. And he picked up the assist 6:04 into the first. 10 minutes and 2 seconds later, Braden Guy does it again. As it was a 2-on-2, Krenkovic was on the right wing, and you got to respect his speed, and Krenkovic does have a pretty good shot. He skated towards the right circle, found Watts cutting towards the net. Centering pass connected, tape to tape. Watts got the puck, and he fired it past Scheel. And for Braden Watts, he's killed the Grizzlies just about as much as Fairbrother has destroyed Allen, as those two continue to go back and forth like it's Larry Bird and Dominic Wilkins in the 1988 playoffs. Just one blow after another. And for Watts, he picks up his 5th goal against the Grizzlies this year and his 4th goal in this series. And they've all been big ones. As Wednesday, he scored the game winner with 3:30 left in regulation to give Allen a 2-1 lead, and then they added an empty netter at the end. And then last night, obviously, he had the overtime game winner. And tonight, well, he picked up another big one. He scored 16:06 into the first. I think Grizzlies fans are hoping that doesn't turn out to be the game winner, as it was each of the previous 2 games. And for Krenkovic, who did start training camp, he actually played a little bit in training camp. I don't think he appeared in any training camp games or spring or preseason games, but he was in camp with the Utah Hockey Club. Krenkovic is up to 4 goals and 7 assists this season. He's averaging a point per game. Shots were pretty even. Allen had 12. The Grizzlies had 11. We mentioned Derek Daschke led Utah with 3 shots. Gianni Fairbrother had 1 goal on 2 shots. Armstrong, Yoon, Buell, Aragon, Gallant, and Shearer each had 1 shot on goal. For the Americans, Easton Brodzinski didn't get any points, and he was even in the plus-minus, but he had 3 shots to lead Allen. Braden Guy, 1 goal on 2 shots. Braden Watts also 1 goal on 2 shots, and then 1 shot each for Duart, Ryland Van Unen, as well as his twin brother, Mike Van Unen. Nolan Orzek and James Hardy also had 1 shot each in the first period. So Allen leads 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. Grizzlies will look for a second period comeback. Utah's been a pretty even team in each of the 3 periods in terms of the goal differential. However, the Grizzlies in the second period do have a pretty big shot advantage on the season. This year, the Grizzlies have outshot opponents 118-98 in these second periods. So we'll see what happens in the middle frame as Allen leads 2-1 after 1 period. Let's go over some other league scores. A few games have gone final. Florida defeats Greenville 8-0 as Johnson got a shutout for the three-time champion Everblades. They're back-to-back-to-back champions, looking for 4 in a row. South Carolina defeats Maine 6-1. Early third period, Reading and Adirondack are tied at 2. Just getting underway in the third period, Iowa leads Wichita 2-1. Grizzlies will get very familiar with Wichita next week, as the Grizzlies will have 3 games in 3 days against the Thunder next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Early third period, Jacksonville leads Savannah 2-1. Savannah's off to a good start this season. They are 7-4. Early third period, Fort Wayne and Kalamazoo are tied at 3. For former Grizzly defenseman Kyle Mayhew, well, he's been a scoring machine. However, he's been left off the scoring sheet tonight. Fort Wayne is playing a man short, and they're getting a good test from Kalamazoo. That game is tied at 3 early in the third period. One interesting stat from that game is Fort Wayne has outshot Kalamazoo 32-11. So Fort Wayne's had a tough night in net as they have allowed 3 goals on just 11 shots. After 2 periods, Trois-Rivières leads Worcester 2-1. Early third period, Toledo leads Norfolk 5-1. Tough night for Dante Januzzi, the Norfolk goaltender, who was with the Grizzlies last year. He has saved just 19 of 24. Been a good night for Brandon Hawkins, the league's MVP last year. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist for the Walleye, as Toledo is 8-3-1 this season, and they are well on their way to 9-3-1, although Norfolk just scored to cut into the lead. It's now a 5-2 Toledo lead. Early third period, Wheeling leads Indy 3-2. Indy has scored 2 unanswered after Wheeling scored the first 3 goals in the game. Early second period, Bloomington leads Cincinnati 2-1. Cincinnati got their first victory of the season. That came against Bloomington, and Bloomington's looking for a little bit of revenge tonight. 2 other games in the league getting underway in about 10 minutes from now over at Idaho Central Arena. The Steelheads, who are 6-5-1 this season, take on the 3-6-1-2 Rapid City Rush. Last night in overtime, Rapid City won 4-3. And so the Rush are looking for a 3-game sweep on the road at a tough place to play, Idaho Central Arena, as Rapid City's played some pretty good hockey as of late, as they have a standing point in 4 straight games. In one other game getting underway in 1 hour from now, Tulsa is at Tahoe. Tulsa is 7-3-1 this season. They are tied with Kansas City for first place in the Mountain Division. Tahoe is currently, they've only played 9 games. It's the 10th game for Tahoe. So in terms of point percentage, Tahoe is 3rd in the division. But in terms of basic standings points, they're currently in 5th. As Tahoe's off to a good start, they are 5-3-1. And they are 4-2-1 at home this season. When we come back, we will check in on some NHL scores and go over those who are living the dream. That's coming up next. First intermission, Allen leads Utah 2-1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
First intermission, Allen leads Utah 2-1. NHL games in progress. After 2 periods, Edmonton leads Toronto 2-1. Also after 2 periods, Montreal leads Columbus 2-1. Also after 2 periods, Tampa Bay leads New Jersey 1-0. Early third period, Florida has a 4-0 lead over the Winnipeg Jets. As Florida, the defending champions, are 11-5-1 this season. Winnipeg is 15-2, but it looks like barring a third period miracle, they'll be 15-3. After 2 periods, Philadelphia leads Buffalo 4-0. Also after 2, Carolina leads Ottawa 2-0. Early third period, Pittsburgh leads San Jose 3-1. After 1 period, the Dallas Stars lead Minnesota 1-0. That game's played in Minnesota. Fun fact, the Allen Americans are about a 30-minute drive from Dallas, even though they're not affiliated with each other. As Allen's affiliated with Utah and the Grizzlies are affiliated with the Colorado Avalanche. Early second period, the LA Kings lead Detroit 2-0. 2 finals in the NHL. Blues in overtime get a 3-2 victory over the Boston Bruins as Braden Shen scored .253 into the extra session to give St. Louis their 8th victory of the season. And Seattle defeats the Islanders 3-2 as the Kraken get over the 500 mark this season. They are 9-8-1. One game starting in 1 hour from now at 8 o'clock. Chicago is at Vancouver. Later tonight, the 9-0 and 6th-ranked BYU Cougars, they host Kansas, who's 3-6. However, BYU is just a 2-point favorite, 2.5-point favorite. Some books have it as a 3-point favorite. And so, BYU, you think about their record, you think about Kansas's record. However, a lot of people are thinking that Kansas could upset BYU tonight. Just something to keep an eye out for. One NBA score isn't a score yet. Starting at 8 o'clock, the 3-8 Utah Jazz are at the 7-6 Sacramento Kings. We'll come back and have second period action on the other side. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Allen leads 2-1 as we'll start second period action. The second period here shortly, as it's been the Bradens getting the job done for Allen. Guys scored 6:04 in, and then 10 minutes and 2 seconds later, it was Watts getting his 7th of the year. The Grizzlies did score first with Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain, getting his 5th of the year, and all 5 of his goals this season have come against the Allen Americans. Looks like it's a good Saturday night crowd over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. I see a green jersey. That might be a Grizzlies green jersey in attendance. A lot of people are having a good time. It's Texas Rangers night as the Americans are wearing Texas Rangers style jerseys, and they're a very sharp look. It's the Texas Rangers blue jersey, and it is a very, very sharp look. Very clean jersey tonight, and I certainly like it. Easy to spot the numbers. I just wish that we're in Allen, Texas to enjoy Texas Rangers night live and in person. But we're having a good time here in the Grizz Cave as the Grizzlies will be skating from right to left. 20 minutes are on the clock, and the Grizzlies win the draw as Dashke will slice it to his right. Pass goes tape to tape with the center ice logo. Wood gets bounced as he was dumping it in. Allen comes back the other way, right wing, as Allen tried to center it, and the Grizzlies poked it away. Good job by Derek Dashke as he's out there with James Shearer as Yoon. It looks like he's on a different forward line. Hopefully he's okay. He had to go to the locker room early in the first period, and hopefully Brian Yoon's okay. We'll keep an eye on him to see if he enters at some point in the second period. As Allen crosses center ice, they'll dump it all the way deep into the Shield. Shield behind the net now, right side. Shot saved by Shield. Grizzlies run it down along the near boards. Getting it is Dashke. Dashke has 3 shots tonight. He'll push it to the left side looking for Gallant. It taps off a stick. Allen runs it down, and they'll saucer it out to center ice. Right wing pass connects to Brodzinski. He'll drop it down the middle as Watts gets cut off, looking for a spin move. Backhand shot goes wide as the Americans get it to Wilson. He'll move it to his right. Now back up top. Andrew Nilsson dangles the puck back and forth. He'll fire it to the near corner. Nobody's home. Utah will chase after it. They'll push it out to Armstrong. Armstrong gets to Manning, who skates around Allen's net. Wraparound shot saved by Thornton. Now left side, Grizzlies get it. Righty shot. Saved by Thornton. Utah is hacking away. Thornton's on his side. Grizzlies score! Oh, there's about 5 or 6 bodies out in front of the net, and the Grizzlies put it away to tie it up. Boy, they show an extreme wide shot. It's impossible to see who it is. Armstrong was jabbing at it, and it looks like it's Luke Manning. Manning gets his second goal of the season as he was out there jabbing away with Webster and Armstrong. Where there was about 3 or 4 Allen bodies in the crease. Thornton had lost his balance. He was on the ice on his side. And Luke Manning ties it up with 18:36 left in the second. So Grizzlies get one early in the first period, and here, a minute 24 seconds into the second, it's Luke Manning getting his second of the year, at least we believe, based on the replay we saw. As Allen wins the draw, Grizzlies skate from right to left in the second period. Utah runs it down a minute and a half into the second. Kabori Dunn stops behind Shields' net as he will get a screen from a Grizzly as Dunn skates down the middle. Left wing pass to Nielsen, connects back to the right side for Fairbrother. Fairbrother chips it across off the near wall as Buell gets it towards, I think that's not Fitz, as the Grizzlies get it around. That was Adam Berg. Berg, I'm still getting used to him in number 19. He wore number 14 last season for the Grizzlies. Puck to the right point. Grizzlies skate to the circle, but Allen skips the puck out to center ice off the near boards. Krankovic threw it between his legs, and nobody was home as he was looking for Watts. Watts was cutting the other way. Now Watts to the left side. Allen steps over the attack line. Americans left point. Righty shot slices away as they miss the net. Stick side on Shield. Grizzlies will reshuffle the deck personnel-wise. 2.5 minutes into the second period. We're tied at 2. As the puck squibs towards the near side, Grizzlies have it in their own zone. Utah will tap it off the glass. It goes over at an Allen Americans player's head. As the Americans get blasted as they were settling into the attack zone. Jensen with a big hit. As taking the puck is Noran Orzek. He'll retreat back into his own zone. Now he'll get out to neutralize. Right wing pass connects to Guy. Braden Guy dumps it off the backboards. Jensen's delivered a few hits in this shift as the Grizzlies behind their net 3 minutes into the second period. Push it to the near side. Allen gets the loose puck. Braden Guy skates towards the corner as he gets held up. A second Grizzly joins the play as Dunn holds up an American as Allen trying to break free. 3.5 minutes into the second period. Allen will bounce it off a Grizzly stick. Utah will lift it out to the Allen zone. Puck hit the ops to the near corner. Allen gets it. They skate around their own net. Right wing pass over to Bell Aragon. He's got an assist tonight. Skates towards a high slot. Righty shot. That goes wide as it bounced off a Shield. Allen to the right point as Gagnon fires towards the net, and that one's blocked away. Allen along the near boards as Dashke delivers a hit. As Dashke looking for the puck as he gets hit on the side. Puck goes to Fitz, who will backhand it off the glass. Allen swings and misses. Grizzlies 2-on-2 as Utah looking for a cutter out in front of the net. Pass connects, backhand shot, saved by Thornton. Puck skips out to the Utah line. The Americans run it down. Right side, lefty shot, saved by Shield. Rebound goes to Utah. Left side, Grizzlies get it to Messner. Messner across the right side. Utah, the pass is behind a Grizzly. Allen will dump it back in. Utah running it down. That's Brian Young. As Grizzlies get to the far side for Wood. They'll pitch it ahead. Utah will curl off an American as the puck will bounce to Thornton. He'll keep the play alive. 4.5 minutes into the second period. We're tied at 2. Wood gets to Manning. He's on the left side. Manning dangles the puck back and forth. Fires towards the net. It goes wide. Right side. Grizzlies lefty shot. That misses the net as they missed glove side on Thornton. Thornton's glove side is his right as the Americans will pivot back in the far circle. Now pass to Dewart. He gets cut off at center ice. Grizzlies back over the line. Taking a spill is Reed Webster. He lost control of the puck. Action behind Allen's net as Thornton looks over his right shoulder. Grizzlies skate back to the far side. Utah gets it up top. As Fairbrother, he's in the left point, danced around, fires towards the net, and that's blocked about 10 feet in front of Thornton. Now right point, righty shot is blocked. Allen chips to center ice, it bounced off an American side, and it goes to Reed Webster as he gets there before Easton Brodzinski. As Webster drops it behind Utah's net. Grizzlies reset the attack 5.5 minutes into the second period. Fairbrother, blue line to blue line pass. And that one goes tape to tape, but the Grizzlies are offside as Webster looking at the blue line, looking at a stick. And 14:31's left in the second. Draws going to be at neutral ice. So Grizzlies goal to tie it up was scored by Luke Manning. 124 in with Reed Webster and Craig Armstrong getting the assist. So Manning now has 2 goals this season. Webster now has 2 assists, and Craig Armstrong has 3 assists this year. Armstrong leads all Grizzlies forwards, or he's second among Grizzlies forwards in plus-minus at a +2 rating. So draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone, 5.5 minutes into the second. Utah wins as they roll it along the far boards. Allen collects it again as the Americans dance around, skating behind Shield's net, near goal line. Lefty shot hits the side of the net. As Allen rolls it behind the Grizzlies net, it goes towards Nilsson, who hustles after along the far corner. As the Grizzlies try to chip it out, it stays in. Americans throw it to the far circle. The only guy there was a Grizzly. Buell gathers the puck as he'll throw it on to Thornton. And the Americans get it off of Thornton. They'll push it to the near side. Long-range pass to center ice. Goes towards Krenkovic. Krenkovic ahead. Right side, the Americans over the attack line. As a centering pass, Asachuk couldn't get there in time. As Utah throws it off the near boards at neutral ice. As Orzak got there about the same time as Upper. The Americans get around Tyson Upper out to neutral ice. Orzak hot pass connects to the right side, left side. Allen looking to center it. Pass goes wide. Too many Grizzlies bodies in the way. Utah's quick in the transition game. They got numbers. Fitz skates towards the left side. He'll take a righty shot. And that one misses the net. Glove side on Thornton. As Fitz looking for his 4th goal of the year. As the Americans will drift it out to neutral ice. They'll bank it off the near wall after crossing center ice. Grizzlies head towards Dashke, trying to pitchfork it ahead. It bounced off a Janelle's skate. Grizzlies lofted in. As Utah gets new forwards on the ice. 7 minutes into the second period. We're still tied at 2. As the Americans enter from the left side. As they skate towards the corner, Fairbrother is holding on to an American like a cheap suit. As Fairbrother throws Allen into the boards. Grizzlies back the other way. They got a 4-on-1. Grizzlies down the middle. Lefty shot and score! Utah takes a 3-2 lead. And I think that's... Well, it's either Manning or Messner. Can't really tell. Gallant's on the ice, so it might be Messner. As the Grizzlies get their second straight goal in the second period. As Utah had it in the slot, they fired it stick side past Thornton. And the Grizzlies get 2 unanswered. And it's now 3-2. Unfortunately, the replay didn't help in identifying the player. I think that was Messner. Messner has normally been out there with Wood, and Wood was on the ice as he was cutting towards the net as the shot was fired from the slot. So the Grizzlies have 2 unanswered. 12:45 left in the second. It's 3-2 Grizz. Manning scored a minute 24 into the second as puck is deep into the Allen zone. Americans to the right side cross center ice. 1-on-4. Allen over the attack line. Brodzinski right side. Righty shot goes wide. Allen left side shot. Bounces off of Shield's chest. Grizzlies get the rebound and force it back to center ice. As the Americans back in their own end, skating from left to right. It's Utah 3, Allen 2. As Allen dumps it in. Grizzlies along the far side. Turnover. Far circle. Lefty shot. That misses the net. As Allen will get it to Easton. Brodzinski bouncing off the end boards to Dewart. Dewart looking for a wraparound. Utah cuts in front of him. Allen dancing around the left wing as they lose their balance. Hudson Wilson. Right side. Lefty shot goes wide. Now Allen back behind the net to Dewart. Dewart lets it go to the near corner. Dewart, the former Rapid City Rush forward, will throw it back to the corner that he vacated. Brodzinski gets hit by a Grizzly. That's Kabori Dunn as Allen skates to the near side. They look towards centering it. Grizzlies will clear it back to center ice. Allen over to the right side. Orzak will bounce off a skate, and it goes out of play with 11:31 left in the second period. Luke Manning scored a minute 24 into the second, and Aaron Aragon scores 7:15 into the second. We apologize for not identifying Aragon as we just couldn't tell who it was. Gallant and Wood picked up the assists, as Wood now has 2 assists on the evening. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans 2. There's 11:31 left in the second period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Smith's always always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smiths app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smiths, fresh for everyone.
11 minutes, 31 seconds left in the second period. Utah leads 3-1. They've scored 2 unanswered here in the second period. Luke Manning tied it up 124 in with Reed Lebster and Craig Armstrong getting the assists. And Aaron Aragon gets his first of the year. He scored 7:15 in with Gallant and Wood getting the assists. And so for Aaron Aragon, it's good to see him get on the scoreboard this season, as he had a pretty good training camp, looked good in the 2 preseason games. He got injured on opening night with a lower body injury and missed 4 games. Aragon had 10 goals in 59 games for the Grizzlies last season. As off the draw, puck ended up in neutral. Allen tried to dump it back in. They are called for offside with 11:25 left in the second. Both teams have taken 6 shots in the second period. Allen has a slight 18-17 edge on the shot count. As it draws at center ice, Braden Watts standing near Reed Lebster. Draw one by Allen as they skate from left to right in the second period. Watts will bounce it in. Shield plays it behind his net. Grizzlies rolled it along the near boards. Utah will saucer it back to the Allen line. Run down by Andrew Nilsson. They'll move it across to the Americans. Get it taken away. Grizzlies try to skate back in, but they're offside. As a Grizzly entered in the left wing, puck exited to neutral ice. Grizzlies carried it back in. Play is stopped with 11:05 left in the second. Briley Wood has 2 assists tonight. It is his second multiple-point game with the Grizzlies this season. Manning will take the draw against Spencer Asachuk. Asachuk, the big 6'6" forward, wins the faceoff. Allen will slice a blue line to blue line pass, as looked like Krenkovic was occupied by Jensen. Armstrong will dump it into the near corner and chase after it. Armstrong gets there about the same time as an American, as Armstrong pushes Allen along their side. Grizzlies get it to the right point, dangle around, lefty shot saved by Thornton as puck ricochets towards the far corner. Utah battles, but Allen has too many bodies over there as they skate towards the end boards. Now Allen will spread the ice. As the Americans kick it out off the near boards to Krenkovic, he'll throw it behind his back looking for Watts. Grizzlies jab it back to center. Puck goes back to the Allen line as Nilsson will slice it off the near wall as Asachuk tried to dump it in, and it got taken away by the Grizz. Buell skates down the middle. He gets dragged to the ice, no call. The officials are letting him play again tonight. Grizzlies hustle after the loose puck in the far circle of their zone. Utah gets it. They skate down the middle. Left wing pass to Nilsson connects. Nilsson over the line. He'll skate towards the near circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Thornton. He holds on with an even 10 minutes left in the second period. As Cameron Buell was out in front of the net trying to redirect it, as Buell talking with one of the referees. As Thornton makes a save with an even 10 minutes left in the second period, as we're exactly at the halfway point tonight. Grizzlies scored first with Gianni Fairbrother 58 seconds in, with Wood and Dashke gained the assist. And then it was the 2 Bradens. Guy scored 6:04 for Allen, and then 10 minutes later, Braden Watts got his 7th of the year. Allen led 2-1 after 1 period. Grizzlies have scored 2 unanswered in the second. Luke Manning 124 in, and then Aaron Aragon giving Utah a 3-2 lead. He scored 7:15 into the second. Allen has the puck deep in their own zone as Grizzlies challenging them. Utah utilizing their speed pretty well tonight. Allen out to the right wing will get out to center ice. Americans will step over the offensive line, skate towards the far corner. They skate around Shield's net. Now centering pass, Braden Guy with a shot, saved by Shield. As Allen over in the far corner dancing around as the Americans get it up top. As Hudson Wilson gets it, he's in the right point. He fires towards the net. Shot, save, rebound, shot, and a score. And I believe that's Braden Guy's second of the game as Wilson fired away from the right point. It bounced off a Shield, and it is Braden Guy getting his second of the night and second of the season as he was in front of the net. Well, it looked like off the shot that Wilson took, and it looked like Guy got a piece of it. Then it bounced off a Shield, and then Guy got the rebound and put it away. So Guy got 2 pieces of it, one on the initial shot Well, that was almost impossible for Shield. If Guy got it on the first bounce, flying from Wilson's stick, and Braden Guy with strong hands and quick hands was able to put it away. 9:21 left in the second period, and we finally have that high-scoring game we were anticipating all series long. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans 3. Grizzlies over the offensive line. Brzezinski occupies a Grizzly who couldn't get the puck as Allen flings a right wing pass out to center ice. Brzezinski dumps it in. As Kabori Dunn will get the loose puck. He'll drop it for Dashke as the Grizzlies have switched up the defensive units. Turnover, centering pass by Allen. Nobody was home to collect as the Grizzlies will dump the puck into the Allen zone. Americans race after it. 8:46 and counting left in the second. We're tied at 3 as Brzezinski crosses center ice. He'll push it to his left down the middle. Mark Dewart skates down Broadway. He'll drop it off. Shot is blocked away. That was taken by James Hardy as the Americans dance around as they're over in the left point. Allen fires a righty shot. Glove saved by Shield as he was kind of crouched down a little bit and made it waist high, and he holds on with 8:28 left in the second. It's anybody's game as we're tied at 3 as both clubs have scored a couple goals, 18 shots apiece, and both teams have 3 goals on 18 shots here in the first half of play. 8:28 left in the second period. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans 3. All 3 goals for Allen tonight have been scored by guys whose first name is Braden. Braden Guy gets 2 goals, including the tying goal, 10:39 into the second. Hudson Wilson took the initial shot. He probably should get an assist on it as Wilson fired away from the right point. Asachuk's kicked out of the circle, draws in the Grizzlies zone. Left side as Watts will take it against Luke Manning. Manning's got a goal tonight and 8 points this season, 2 goals and 6 assists. Draw one by Utah as the puck ricochets off the far boards and it skips deep in the Allen zone. Americans race down and get there about a step before a Grizzly. Unfortunately, we've seen a wide shot too often and we can't really tell who's who at times. Allen will sky it into the Grizzly zone. Puck bounces on Fairbrother's stick as they show Braden Guy on the bench. He's been the hero for Allen as he has scored 2 goals. A referee sits on the boards. A player can't do that this year, but a referee or an official can. Left side shot. Shield gets spun around, and the net gets dislodged as Allen was cutting towards the net from the right wing as they're either looking for a shot or a centering pass, and they'll put the net back in place as Adam Shield got spun around, and that's probably all he can do to make sure he didn't, kind of get an injury by staying in one spot and trying to overpower it as he just kind of finessed around. And I don't think there was a penalty either way. Just one of those. Allen was cutting towards the net and ended up running into the side of it and dislodging it with 7:53 left in the second. So Braden Guy's on hat trick watch. He's got 2 goals. Grizzlies have goals from Fairbrother, Manning, and Aaron Aragon getting his first of the year. As Allen wins the face-off right side, as they dump it in behind his net, Shield will get it to Dashke. Dashke along the near boards. Grizzlies trying to collect it. Buell bobbled it for a second. Puck goes back to Dashke, who directs it to the far corner. As Grizzlies being challenged quite a bit in their own end. Allen really doing a good job pressuring the Grizzlies. As Dashke will helicopter it all the way deep into the Allen zone. As Thornton will outlet it to center ice off the near boards. As Nilsson battles. Nilsson in the left side re-enters as he looked to center it. A few bodies in the way as Buell got a stick held up Allen will carry it out to center ice. They'll move it across. It ricochets off the near boards. Dashke collects it. He'll get it across. Dashke's been working with the left shot guy and not Brian Yoon, as Dashke's been working with Shearer. Haven't seen much of Brian Yoon. Hopefully he's okay. He had to go to the locker room early in the first period. Haven't seen much of him. Grizzlies have it right side. Righty shot. And that goes wide. It looked like they tried to get it across towards Thornton's glove side. As behind the net, Fitz brushed it towards the near corner. Buell chasing after it. Allen gets there first. And they'll move it out to the left point. Grizzlies, Dylan Fitz batted it about chest high. Now the puck's to the right side. Grizzlies dance around the high slot. Lefty shot. Saved by Thornton. And he holds on with 6 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second. So Grizzlies, it seems like, Allen's done a good job pressuring the Grizzlies in their own zone. Once the Grizzlies get out to neutral ice, they seem to do a pretty good job entering the zone with a little bit of momentum to where they can do something with it. Shots been pretty close to even in this game. Allen had a 37-27 shot advantage on Wednesday. It was the Grizzlies that outshot Allen 47-38 last night. Puck rolls along the boards, near corner. Fairbrother gets to the near goal line for Wood. He fires it towards the net, and it goes wide. He didn't get all of it. Long-range pass is picked off by Utah at center ice. Grizzlies will fire it back in as Allen retreats and gets it in the far side. Pass ahead. Grizzlies batted it chest high. Puck rolls towards an American on the right side. They dumped it in, but not all the way, as Grizzlies will move it ahead. Fairbrother over towards Wood. It glanced off of his stick. Allen gets it back. As there's less than 6 minutes left in the second period, we're tied at 3. As Utah has outscored Allen 2-1 in this second period. Grizzlies will make a full line change as Lepster and Manning are out there along with Craig Armstrong. Armstrong tried to get the puck at center ice. It goes past him deep in the Grizzlies zone. As running it down is Kabori Dunn. As the Americans over in the left point, they get challenged by Fairbrother. Puck gets poked into Allen ice. Americans far side. As they push a Grizzly along the wall, it goes skipping all the way towards the Allen backboards. Allen gets there a step before Utah as the Americans along the near side get it poked away. As dancing around is Luke Manning. He gets dragged down to the near corner, loses his balance, and Allen divorced him from the puck. Americans left side enter 3-on-4. They're trying to skip it across towards Watts. It glanced off a Grizzly stick. As right side, Allen tried to fire towards the net, and it goes wide and out of play. As Asachuk immediately, after firing towards the net, looked at his stick as it kind of went off it funny as it went out of play off the protective netting. There's an even 5 minutes left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans 3. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
5 minutes even left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans 3. Last of a 3-game set. Grizzlies will be in Wichita next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 3 games in 3 days. Grizzlies will be off next Saturday, and then they face the Tulsa Oilers 8 days from now in the road trip finale on November 24th. Allen wins the draw, and they'll slice it in from the left wing. Puck goes to the near corner. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we see it on Flow Sports. Utah pushes out to center ice, and unfortunately, we have not seen much of Brian Yoon. Hopefully he's okay. Right side, lefty shot. That goes wide. Might have bounced off of Thornton. We're on a little bit more of a wide angle than we'd like. As Buell battles in the near corner with 2 Allen Americans. Most of the American players are from Canada, coincidentally enough, as Buell battles with 2 Americans. Puck goes towards the backboards. Allen hustles after it and gets the loose puck Americans will bounce it off the near boards. It goes to Jensen. Jensen will sky it back in as the puck knuckles off the end wall as the Americans get challenged by Utah, kind of the way Allen has challenged the Grizzlies in their own end. Pass angled to the left side, and Allen looking to center it out in front. It goes wide. Grizzlies run it down along the near boards as Upper got it to center ice. Puck skipped back towards Upper. He's along the near boards. Grizzlies dumping in. That might have been Upper who got it in from neutral ice. The Americans out to center ice. They skate in from the left wing. Bell Aragon gets around a Grizzly. Now they pivot in the far corner as Utah make that Allen. Left point shot gets redirected. Braden Guy's out in front of the net. He's already got 2 goals tonight. Puck back up top. Left point. Lefty shot is sticked away as Guy delivers a hit on, I believe, Aaron Aragon as Utah has control of it. Dashke with 3.5 minutes left in the second period. We'll move it across to Shearer, back to Dashke. Boy, we haven't seen much of Brian Yoon, as hopefully whatever is keeping him out of the lineup isn't too bad, as Dashke's been paired up with Shearer quite a bit and looked like Fairbrother's kind of roamed around a little bit with Jensen and Yoon, or Jensen and Dunn. Over to the left side for Messner. He got dragged by the shoulder at center ice. He takes a spill as the Americans re-enter the attack zone. Near corner, bounced off the stick of Bell Aragon. Grizzlies gather it before it got to Shield as it was gliding along the near wall. As Utah out to center ice. Grizzlies skate down the middle. They step over the attack line. Righty shot, saved by Thornton. Rebound shot and a score. Grizzlies take the lead with 2:39 left as the initial shot was taken from the slot. It bounced off of Thornton towards the right circle, and the Grizzlies put it away. So Utah retakes the lead. It's now a 4-3 game. And it looks like it's Mick Messner getting his 4th of the year as Messner skated along the right side. The initial shot was taken by, I believe, Lebster. It was a righty shot, bounced off of Thornton, and Messner came in and with a lot of momentum was able to get it past Thornton. So it's the Grizzlies 4 and the Americans 3 with 2:39 left in the second. Draw at center ice is won by Allen as Nilsson nudges ahead. Grizzlies angle it to the left side for Armstrong. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide as he missed the net stick side on Thornton. Puck in front of the net, righty shot, and that one's blocked away. Grizzlies to the right side. They're now in the corner as Utah back to the point, and that's Lebster. Lebster fires towards the net. Kick saved by Thornton. As the Grizzlies back in the corner as we squint towards the screen, as boy, it's tough to tell who's who at times. The angle's a little bit too wide. Over in the far corner, Dewart comes out with a puck as he'll drag it out to center ice, and he'll angle to the left. Allen trying to get it back towards Dewart. Dewart races down and gets it in the far corner. Back to the circle. Lefty shot saved by Shield. His rebound goes towards the right side as Hudson Wilson tried to move it across. It bounced off Armstrong. Grizzlies at center ice. They cross center. They step over the line right side. They peel it over to Fairbrother. He's in the left wing. Fairbrother around the net. Chips it towards the middle, but the pass goes wide as it banks off the near boards all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Shield with a 3/4 of the length outlet pass. It goes to Berg. Berg with good speed. Skates down the middle. He's surrounded by 5 Americans. Berg takes a spill as Allen knocked him down as he was dumping it towards the backboards. Grizzlies at center ice. Nielsen between his legs towards Berg. Make that Buell. Buell to the left side. I try to move it to the middle. It's bounced off a stick back towards Nielsen. Nielsen there along with Wood as an American takes a spill in the near corner. Puck goes towards Buell. He couldn't handle as the puck ended up about knee high. Americans, long-range pass connects to Krenkovic. He'll move it back to the left side. Allen looking for a centering pass out in front to Asachuk that goes wide. Grizzlies, left wing, will step over the attack line. They skate towards the circle with momentum. Righty shot goes wide. I think that was taken by Gallant. Allen back the other way. Americans, toe drag. They skate past the defender, and a shot. The net gets dislodged about the time the shot was fired with 41 seconds left in the second. As it looked like Shield had made the save, but the net got dislodged as a Grizzly and an American were skating along towards Shield's net with a high rate of speed. So they put the net back in place with 41 seconds left in the second period. It was McMessner scoring to give Utah a 4-3 lead. That was 17-21 into the second period with Cole Gallant and Derek Dashke getting the assist. And so for Gallant, he now has an assist in 4 straight games. It is Gallant's second period assist. And so Gallant is up to 2 assists tonight and 8 on the season. For Derek Dashke, he now has 2 assists tonight and 9 on the season. As looked like the Grizzly, it was pushed into the net, and that was Jensen as he was battling with Asachuk. And I think the puck ended up crossing I think they're checking to see as the shot was taken. It got off the crossbar. The puck never crossed the goal line as the net was moving. I think they're checking to see if the shot crossed the goal line. Looked like it didn't. It bounced off the crossbar, and they were also checking to see if the puck did cross the goal line, if it did so before the net got dislodged. Either way, it's still 4-3. Back to live action. Allen wins the draw, left point, as they'll bounce into the near corner rundown. Allen looking for a centering pass. It's picked off. Grizzlies come back the other way. 3-on-2 across center ice. Utah gets to go on. He'll move it to the right side. Grizzlies backhand it towards Wood out in front, and he was a little bit too close to Thornton to accept it. Allen, right side. Orzek dances around to the right point. 12 seconds left in the period. Forces it towards the middle. Wood bats it back towards Orzek, who couldn't handle it. Grizzlies will saucer it back towards their bench area and the Allen line. Americans run it down, and that will do it for 2 periods over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. And after the Americans took a 2-1 lead heading into the second period, the Grizzlies responded as they outscored the Americans 3-1 in the second period. As the Grizzlies, with the first period goal from Gianni Fairbrother, Utah got second period goals from Luke Manning, Aaron Aragon, and Mick Messner, as all 3 of the left shot forwards found the back of the net in the second period. And Allen, all 3 of their goals have been scored by guys named Braden. Braden guys got 2 goals, and Braden Watts has one which came late in the first period. So the Grizzlies have a lead after 2 frames. 4-3 is the score, and we got ourselves a barn burner. For the first time this series, we got the high-scoring game that we were anticipating all week long. We'll come back and recap the first 2 periods. We'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports. I'm Tyson Whiting, and we're through 2 periods over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. As we're hanging out in a dark and empty Maverick Center near the Grizzlies team store. The score after 2 periods, it's Utah Grizzlies 4 and the Allen Americans 3. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
After 2 periods, it's the Grizzlies 4 and the Americans 3. It'll be interesting to see if the Grizzlies could hold on to the lead as they outplayed Allen in the second period. Interestingly enough, the shots have been pretty close to even through 2 frames. And in fact, it is dead even. Both teams have 24 shots on goal. The Grizzlies had 11 in the first and 13 in the second. Allen has 12 shots in each of the first two periods. Grizzlies scored first tonight. It's the second straight game where the Grizzlies tallied the first goal. Gianni Fairbrother got his fifth of the year, all 5 of the goals coming against Allen this season. He scored 58 seconds in, with Briley Wood and Derek Dashke gave the assists. Dashke normally is paired up with Brian Yoon. I'm not sure what happened to Yooner, but we haven't seen him much. As Dashke's been paired up with, it looks like, James Shearer for most of the night. So hopefully Brian Yoon's okay. We haven't seen him. I'm not sure I saw him at all in the second period. As hopefully whatever's keeping him out of the lineup isn't going to keep him out too long, as Brian Yoon's off to a great start this season. Allen tied it up 6:04 into the first as Braden Guy got his first of the year. He did have 6 goals with Reading last year. Robbie, the Fresh Prince of Bel Aragon, picked up an assist as Guy scored from the right wing 6:04 in. 10 minutes and 2 seconds later, it was another Braden, and that's Watts, who gets his 7th of the year. It's his 4th goal in this series, as it's the third and final game of the set. And Watts also had a goal at Maverick Center in early November, as he's up to 7 on the season, 5 of them against the Grizzlies. Kyle Krinkovic picked up his 7th assist of the season as Allen took a 2-1 lead, 16:06 into the first. Early in the second period, it was just one of those scramble plays out in front as the puck played Plinko, as there was about 7 or 8 bodies in front and in the crease, and eventually Luke Manning got the puck and put it away as he scored to tie it up at 2, 1:24 into the second period. Reed Lebster and Craig Armstrong got the assists. And then 7:15 into the second, the Grizzlies had a 4-on-1. Boy, unfortunately, with this remote broadcast, it's tough to spot players from time to time, and I don't think I'm going to sleep at all tonight, as I just couldn't spot Aaron Aragon, as he's got pretty similar size to Manning and Messner. It was Aragon that scored from the slot, as he had all sorts of momentum. He had 10 goals in 59 games last year, and Aragon picks up his first goal in this, his 6th game of the season. Gallant and Wood picked up the assists, and so Briley Wood has 2 assists tonight. And that was 7:15 into the second to give Utah a 3-2 lead. Allen responded as Hudson Wilson took a shot from the right point, and it looked like it got bad. They showed one replay, and it looked like Guy got a piece of the puck before it got to Shield, and it looked like it bounced off of Guy's stick onto Shield, back to Guy, and Braden Guy put it away for his 2nd of the game and 2nd of the season. Time of goal, 10:39 into the second. Wilson and Liam Gorman picked up the assist, and for Gorman, that's his first assist of the season. Grizzlies took a 4-3 lead as McMessner got his 4th of the year. Gallant and Dashke with the assists. And so for both Gallant and Dashke, they now have 2 assists tonight. Dashke leads the team with 9 on the season. And for Gallant, he keeps racking up assists in bunches just like he did last year. He's up to 8 assists this season. Gallant has an assist in 4 straight games. Special teams have not been a factor at all. The Grizzlies had 1 power play in the first period as Dakota Seaman got a tripping minor, 12:44 in. Nobody committed a penalty in the second period, or at least one that was called. For the Grizzlies, that kind of continues a trend as Utah has the least amount of penalty minutes in the league. They only have 66 on the year, 68 because there was a matching roughing minor. Reed Lebster got a rough, and Andrew Nilsson got a cross-check, 16:28 into the first, but neither team got a power play as they just skated 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. So officially, it's 68 penalty minutes for the Grizzlies as we speak. Utah's averaging just 7.33 penalty minutes per game, as they've been a pretty disciplined team. And unfortunately, considering the Grizzlies' struggles on the penalty kill, staying out of the box is probably a pretty good scenario, especially considering how close these games have been. Allen won 3-1 on Wednesday, but it pretty much was a 1-goal game with an empty netter at the end. And last night, it was 2-2 after 2 periods. Neither team scored in the third period. We went to overtime. Both teams had a power play, and then Allen converted on theirs late into the overtime session and won 3-2. This game has been a little bit more high scoring, which is about what we thought coming into this series. Utah leading 4-3 after 2 periods. It's been a very balanced attack for the Grizzlies in terms of who's taking shots. Last night, Mick Messner led the Grizzlies with 6 shots, and tonight he leads them with 4. Derek Dashke and Gianni Fairbrother each have 3 shots. Fairbrother does have 1 goal. 2 shots each for Aragon. He has 1 goal on 2 shots. Lepster and Gallant also with 2 shots, and then 1 shot each for Armstrong. Yoon, which came in the first period. Unfortunately, I didn't see Yoon out in the second period. Buell, Fitz, Manning, Upper, Nilsson, and Shearer each had 1 shot on goal through 2 periods. Adam Schill, the Utah goaltender, has saved 21 of 24. Allen goaltender Anson Thornton has saved 20 of 24. As I mentioned before, both teams have 24 shots through 2 periods. Well, we'll come back and go over some league scores. We'll also check in on the Mountain Division standings, and we'll also go over some NHL scores as well. After 2 periods, it's the Utah Grizzlies 4 and the Allen Americans 3. As the Grizzlies have goals from Fairbrother, Manning, Aragon, and McMessner. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Grizzlies hockey. Some ECHL scores. Fort Wayne scored 3 unanswered in the third period to turn a 3-2 deficit into a 5-3 victory. Aaron Aragon had 1 assist. Former Rapid City forward Alex Haliardi scored the game winner for Fort Wayne. That was 18:57 into the third, and then Fort Wayne added an empty netter at the end. It's Fort Wayne 5, Kalamazoo 3. That game played at Wings Event Center. Jacksonville got a 4-1 victory over Savannah. As Savannah's record falls to 7-5, Jacksonville goes to 5-3-1. Iowa gets a 3-2 victory over Wichita. It's a good start of the season for Iowa, as their record is now 7-3-1. Wichita falls to 6-6-1. Wichita continues they continue to play tomorrow. They got a new opponent. They're facing Kansas City tomorrow. Don't forget the Grizzlies will be in Wichita this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Face-off all 3 nights will be at 6:05 in the Mountain Time Zone. Adirondack defeats Reading 4-2. South Carolina opened up a can on Maine, 6-1 the final there. South Carolina off to a good start. They are 8-2-1 on the season. And the 3-time defending champion Florida Everblades get an 8-0 victory over Greenville. Other action, a few other finals. Toledo defeats Dante Januzzi's Norfolk Admiral 6-2. Dante had a tough night as he stopped 26 of 31. Toledo got a great performance from the reigning league MVP, Brandon Hawkins, who had 2 goals and 1 assist. Currently in overtime, Worcester and Trois-Rivières are tied at 4. One other final, Wheeling defeats Indy 5-2, as Indy's record falls to 4-6-0-1, and Wheeling, their record goes to 8-3-1. Wheeling is in the North Division this year, and they are in first place in the division with Norfolk in second. Adirondack has only played 7 games this season, and their winning percentage is .766. Action currently going on in the league. Cincinnati and Bloomington are tied at 2. That's early in the third period. After one frame at Idaho Central Arena, no score between the Rush and the Steelheads as Rapid City is going for the 3-game sweep. And getting underway in a few minutes is Tulsa, and they are at Tahoe. And a game played at Tahoe Blue Event Center. Tulsa's off to a good start this season. They are 7-3-1. Tulsa and Kansas City are currently tied for first place in the Mountain Division with 15 standings points. Both clubs have a .682 point percentage. as Kansas City is off tonight, but Kansas City, as we mentioned before, will host Wichita at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. When we come back, we'll go over some NHL scores. After 2 periods over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, the Grizzlies lead the Americans 4-3. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Welcome back to Grizzlies Hockey. Utah leads 4-3. Third period action will begin in about 4 minutes of real time. Let's go over some final scores in the NHL. In a shootout, Pittsburgh defeats San Jose 4-3. In overtime, Braden Shen scored the game winner as St. Louis defeats Boston 3-2. Kraken got a 3-2 win over the New York Islanders. That game ended in regulation. In overtime, Toronto defeated Edmonton 4-3. As it appears, Mitch Marner got the game winner as he had 1 goal and 1 assist and was the game's #1 star. Montreal defeats Columbus 5-1. Tampa Bay shuts out New Jersey 4-0. It was also a shutout as Florida got a 5-0 clean sheet over the Winnipeg Jets as Bobrovsky stopped all 27 shots he saw. Philadelphia defeated Buffalo 5-2. Carolina got a 4-0 win over Ottawa. 1 game in progress. Dallas leads Minnesota 1-0. And getting underway in a few minutes, Chicago is taking on Vancouver. That game being played in Vancouver. Canucks are 8-4-3 this season. Chicago, who is still rebuilding, is 6-10-1. When we come back, we'll have third period action as the lights are out in Allen, Texas. Some people have their cell phone lights on as they kind of move them back and forth. And it's an interesting setting over in Texas. It's Texas Rangers night as the Allen Americans are associated with the Texas Rangers Baseball Club. It is a sweet-looking specialty jersey that they're wearing this evening that kind of has that blue Texas Rangers jersey. It's kind of a plain look, but it certainly is a good look as the baseball-hockey crossover was a success tonight over in Allen, Texas, and apparently they got a pretty good crowd over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. I guess most of the crowd's been hanging out in the concourse, but the crowd announced tonight is 5,868, which would be pretty close, if not a full sellout, over in Allen, Texas. When we come back, we'll have third period action as Utah is nursing a 4-3 lead. Grizzlies have goals from Gianni Fairbrother, Luke Manning, Aaron Aragon, and Mick Messner. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
We're about set for third period action. We'll see if the Grizzlies can hold on to the 4-3 lead as Utah will be skating from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube, and I do beg for a little bit of patience as unfortunately we're at the mercy of what we have in the screen I have with me is rather small, and some of the details unfortunately have been missing from time to time. As Messner's on the ice, he's got a goal tonight. He has 4 on the season, 4 goals and 4 assists. He has certainly been a workhorse for the Grizzlies all season. Taking the draw is Cole Gallant. He's also out there with Briley Wood. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Utah skating from left to right in the period. James Shearer out there with Derek Dashke. Unfortunately, it looks like Brian Yoon might not return based on him not being paired up with Dashke tonight. And Yoon didn't play in the second period from what we saw. Grizzlies, they're over in the offensive zone. Messner trying to get to the far corner. Allen will gather it, and they'll sell it all the way deep into the Grizzlies zone, and icing is on Allen as we get our first whistle of the third period, 27 seconds in. So draw comes back towards Anson Thornton. Thornton is the answer to the trivia question as to who's the first person to step on the ice for representing a Utah Hockey Club team, NHL club team, as he was on the ice first for the first practice in Utah Hockey Club history. Grizzlies win the draw as they're over in the left wing. Grizzlies skate around the goal line now, around the net. They try to pitch it out in front, and looked like Fairbrother didn't get much on a pass. Allen gets it poked away as they're entering into Grizzlies territory as Utah will dump it in. Does Reed Lebster, and it bounced off an American and stays at neutral ice. Lebster gets back checked and gets divorced in the puck as Allen enters from the right side. American's right side, lefty shot. Saved by Shield. He holds on. That shot was taken by James Hardy. Hardy was active last night with 3 first-period shots. He's got 1 assist in 10 games. He's 5'11", 176 pounds. Shield makes a save on the Hardy shot from the right wing, 55 seconds into the third period. Faceoff's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Krenkovic's on the ice. Watch out for him. He's got an assist tonight. He has 11 points this season. As it draws in the right circle, and it's won by Allen. They pitch it up top. Grizzlies poking out the center ice, 2-on-1. Grizzlies race after it. They skate towards the left side. Centers the Berg. Shot. Kick save by Thornton. Boy, Berg had the center pass connect as he was a little bit more towards the right wing of center, and Thornton made a big save. Battle along the near boards at neutral ice. Allen flings it to the right side as the Americans will lean over to the right side, and they'll angle it around the boards as Allen, 2-on-2 scrum in the near corner. Nielsen comes out with the puck, and he'll loft it into the Allen zone as Berg races down to close the gap quickly as Thornton will slice it to the far side. Boy, Berg's about as fast as it comes. He might even be a step faster this year than he was last season as the play is blown dead. 18:22 left in the third. Couldn't quite tell where the puck ended up. It might have been out of play. As looks like the officials are talking about where the draw is going to be. It looks like it's going to be neutralized Grizzlies territory near Utah's bench, which is on the left of center ice if you're tuning in on YouTube and listening to the broadcast. Allen's bench is on the far side to the right of center ice as we see it. As Upper will take the draw against Asachuk, both guys wearing number 26 for their respective clubs. Upper, the Calgary native, and he wins the draw and throws it back towards Shield. So the Grizzlies will spread the ice back deep in their own zone as James Shearer, also from Calgary, will slice to the left side. Upper and Shearer were college teammates for a year at the University of Calgary. Fitz right side, righty shot, glove saved by Thornton. He holds on as Fitz fired away 1:55 into the third. Thornton snatched it about knee-high and holds on as Thornton's a pretty big goaltender, 6'3", 185 pounds, a little bit unorthodox, as all the goalies are, whose glove side is their right, and their stick side's their left. Big Andrew Nelson being shown as he played 2 different seasons with the Grizzlies. He's got a powerful shot when he's in open ice, especially on a power play. As Grizzlies win the draw, right side, lefty shot goes wide. As the Americans back towards the near side, they angle it. Grizzlies poke it away, and they kept it in the attack zone. A Grizzly gets thrown down to the ice along the far side. Grizzlies will get it back to Wood, who will brush it to the near corner. Grizzlies tap it up top, and Shearer feeds it back to the right side. Getting it is, I can't tell that is with the folded jersey. Righty shot goes wide. Might have been Lebster, as puck ended up all the way towards Shield, as he'll drop it for Shearer. We're 2.5 minutes into the third period. Utah still leads 4-3. Grizzlies cross center ice. They step over the offensive blue line, drop it to the left side. Grizzlies skate towards the far goal line. Shot is blocked away. Grizzlies now in the high slot. They dangle. Now get back towards Dunn. He moves it back towards Lebster. Over to the left side. Lefty shot. Saved by Thornton. Rebound skips to the near boards. Dunn pitches it to the corner as Armstrong get held up from behind by an Allen defenseman. Allen skates back to the far side to get out to center ice. Grizzlies will move it to the right side. Armstrong over the attack line. He'll stop in the near corner, pivot, get it up top to Manning. Across the left side, Grizzlies fire towards the net. Thornton snatches it and makes the save with 16:44 left in the third. As the shot was fired from the left point, couldn't quite tell who that was, but Thornton makes the stop, and the Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw as both teams will change things up. As they show in slow motion, Cole Gallant getting bounced by Ryan Gagnon, as that was about a minute and a half ago, as Gallant took a spill, Gagnon delivering a hit. Draws on the far side. The angle is just a little bit too wide. Now they close up. It's Cameron Buell taking the draw. He's got Nilsson to his right. Allen wins the faceoff. Americans out to center ice. Utah on the back check, drags him down. And now the Americans over in the near corner get it. As Allen dangles in the left point, they slice it towards the near corner that they vacated. Grizzlies kick it back to center. Allen back to their line will pitch it across. James Hardy over towards the defenseman, back to Hardy. He skates down the middle. He crosses the center ice logo, and he'll squib it in. As Grizzlies will try to get towards the far point. Now the puck goes across. Loose puck taken by the Grizzlies. Big time hit. That was delivered by Andrew Nilsson. As the Americans in the attack zone, it was on Berg. Luckily, Berg back to his feet. Left wing shot saved by Shield. Rebound goes to Utah. As the Grizz cross center ice and throw it into the near corner, Utah will make a line change. As we're 4 minutes into the third period, nobody's scored in the final regulation frame as Utah still leads 4-3. Allen with a long-range pass that got ricocheted at neutral ice as the Grizzlies skate from left to right as puck ended up back deep in the Grizzlies zone. Utah behind their net as Allen's been very aggressive, challenging Utah in their own end, forcing the Grizzlies to really work to get out to neutral ice. Puck at center ice lifted. It looked like somebody was looking for a hand pass. 15:29 left in the third. Play is stopped. It's 4-3 Grizzlies. I believe the draw is going to be at neutral ice as Braden Watts skates back and forth. Watts looking up to the heavens. He's trying to sport a mustache. It's kind of a very light version of a mustache. As here in the month of November, quite a few mustaches, some looking better than others, being sported across the league. Draw is going to be at neutral ice as the Americans wearing the Texas Rangers royal blue jerseys, and with the red that the Rangers wear, it mixes in really nicely with the Allen Americans' current look. As Allen in the royal blue jerseys gets it to the left side, racing into the attack zone is an American, and that might be Kulikov as he gets bounced by a Grizzly along the near side. Utah's trying to push him back to neutral ice. They literally do. As we get a whistle, I think the puck ended up back at center ice as Kulikov got pushed by Dunn, and Dunn overpowered him all the way to neutral ice. Allen trying to get it back in. Offside are the Americans with 15:08 left in the third. This looks like with Dunn, or with the Yoon being out of the lineup, and unfortunately we don't really know anything except for he hasn't been out there. Grizzlies down to 5 defensemen. Gallant will take the draw against Asachuk. Asachuk wins it. He wins about 56% of his faceoffs. He's been a solid first-line forward for many years. Allen skates in, right side, shot is squibbed away as I'm not sure the pass really connected towards the Allen player from the right wing cutting towards the net. As the Grizzlies cross center ice, pass goes incomplete back to an Allen defenseman. The Americans pitching out to the left side. Grizzlies, I think that's Briley Wood's body type. He dumps it back in. as the Americans skate from right to left in the third period. They angle it to the left side for Watts. Watts dangles back and forth, steps over the attack line. He'll pivot in the left point, throw it back to the corner that looked like he was skating towards. Asachuk got it brushed away by Lebster. Lebster might be playing somewhat of a defensive role here as Lebster gets to Armstrong. Armstrong to the near side, gets back checked, but he races to center ice. He'll push it to his right as Manning skated towards the corner. He got spun around the wall, and Manning eventually getting dragged down by an American as Allen Watts over towards Krenkovic, back towards Watts. Actually, that was Orzek. Puck to the near corner. Grizzlies get it back 6 minutes into the third period. Allen will make a line change. Grizzlies will switch up forwards as well as Utah's nursing a 4-3 lead. Pass to Lebster. Now Lebster will skate behind the net as Lebster will push it across. Puck went to the right side. It bounced off the stick of Shearer as the puck ended up over towards Fairbrother. Fairbrother sliced it to the far side. Grizzlies chip it to neutralize. Allen cuts in front of a Grizzly as the Americans get it towards Nilsson. Back to, I believe, Gagnon. Gagnon's been paired up with Nilsson. Back to Nilsson. Left side, he crosses center ice, and he'll wheel it around the boards. Puck went all the way to the right side. Grizzlies get it back. Utah crossing center ice as they try to chip it across. Bounced off an American stick as Allen will move a long-range pass. It goes tape to tape to the right side. Allen gets to the Utah line, and they'll brush it into the far corner. Grizzlies will spin it back around as a Grizzly player got rattled behind the net. And it looks like icing is on the Grizz with 13:02 left in the third. So action will come back towards Adam Scheel. Scheel, the former starting goaltender last year with the Chicago Wolves. They were an independent team last year. Stewart's going to take the draw on the right wing against Cameron Buell. Buell looks around, playing his 9th game in a Grizzlies uniform, and he's been a solid addition. Draw one by Buell and the Grizzlies, 7 minutes into the third. Allen took it to the Grizzlies, will slice it along the far boards. Allen gets it back at center ice. Americans have a tap off a stick, and it flies out of play just over the scores table at center ice near side. That stops play with 12:53 left in the third. I believe there's a timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. It's Utah 4, Allen 3. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account to.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
12 minutes and 36 seconds left, or make that 12:37 left in the third period. As Utah leads Allen 4-3. Utah with 1 goal in the first. Gianni Fairbrother scored 58 seconds in. Then Allen scored 2 unanswered late in the first period. Braden Guy, 6:06 in. And then 10 minutes, 2 seconds later, it was Braden Watts giving the Americans a 2-1 lead. As Utah responded to tie it up with Luke Manning a minute and a half into the second. And then it was Guy getting a second of the game, making it 3-2. And then the Grizzlies have scored 2 unanswered. Aaron Aragon, 7:15 in. Actually, Aragon made it 3-2, and then Guy tied it up at 3. And McMessner has the deciding goal. He scored 16 minutes into the second period. Allen is on the power play as Dashke is in the penalty box. We never did get a signal as to what it was, but He's in. Allen 7 seconds into the power play. Take a lefty shot, and that's blocked away, and it goes out of play. 12 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third. Allen's on the power play for the first time tonight as Dashke's in the box. Allen wins the draw. Left side, Krenkovic gets it towards Brodzinski, back to Krenkovic. Over to the high slot, Nilsson, one-timer, and that's blocked. It was blocked by, I believe, Messner. Gallant chases after. He gets the puck on the far side in the Allen zone. As Gallant around the net, Messner takes a spill. The net gets dislodged, and play stops with 12:11 left in the third. As it looked like Messner blocked the shot. Puck went all the way to the Allen zone, far circle. Gallant raced down to get it, and once again, the net got dislodged. That's the third time on that particular net that players have crashed into it and wheeled it open. 12 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Americans 3. Allen's power play this season is 16.7%. Grizzlies penalty kill is 60% this season. Draw's going to be at neutral ice. 1:35 left in Allen's power play and 12:11 left in the third period. Luke Manning will take the draw against Spencer Asachuk. As the draw, won by Allen. As it goes past Andrew Nilsson, make that Krenkovic. He'll run it down to the near corner. Krenkovic over towards Nilsson, who skates down the middle. Now he'll veer off to the left. Nilsson will backhand it towards somebody off the screen, and it's Watts who gets the neutral ice. He'll chip it to his left for Krenkovic, and he'll wheel it around the boards. This Krenkovic over towards the far corner. Allen snatched it as the Americans around the net, looking for Watts. Puck gets brushed back towards the far side. Grizzlies gather it, and they clear it out. As the puck went to center ice, we get a whistle as Nilsson was at center ice trying to intercept it. When play had stopped, it looked like Grizzlies were in the middle of a change, and it looked like Allen was probably thinking about a change once the Grizzlies cleared it out. However, the draw is going to be back in the Grizzlies zone as Utah leads 4-3. 1 minute and 5 seconds are left in the Allen power play. And unfortunately, just some of the details that we need to describe exactly why the whistle blew and things like that, we just don't have. Berg will take the draw. I don't normally see Berg taking many face-offs, but he does on this occasion, and Berg wins it. Grizzlies. Somehow Allen was able to keep it in on the right side. Grizzlies didn't get all of the clearing attempt. Nilsson to the right side for Krenkovic. Over to Nilsson. He's in the left point. Back to Krenkovic as they play catch. Krenkovic over to the far goal line. Back across. Brodzinski shot and a score. It's a power play goal as Easton Brodzinski gets his 6th of the year. And the Americans have tied it up at 4 with 11:23 left in the third. Looked like Watts was in the left circle, fed it across to Brodzinski, and Brodzinski's one-timer beats Shale's stick side. As the Americans now have a power play goal in all 3 games in this series. And now it's anybody's game as it's the Grizzlies 4 and the Americans 4. As a crowd of over 5,800 get to their feet. As the Grizzlies win the draw, we're skating 5-on-5 again. As Utah moves to the left side, Grizz cross the center red line. They step over the Allen blue and dump it in. As the Americans will feed it back towards the far corner. Grizzlies looking to respond as Briley Wood tried to chip it out in front. It bounced off an Allen stick back to the near side. Puck goes towards Fairbrother. One-timer to Wood. Wood's shot goes wide as puck ends up going all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Grizzlies retrieve the loose puck as Utah will slice it along the near boards. Grizzlies one-handed to center ice looking for Wood. Cutting it off is Hardy. Now down the middle. Allen trying to chip it out in front towards the low slot, and Utah will knock down an American and make sure they don't get the pass. Grizzlies sky it out to center ice. Allen back in their own zone. The Americans fire it north-south along the right wing. It's cut off by Shield behind his net. He'll curl it around the net to the near side for Fairbrother. Across to Shearer's body type. Grizzlies squibbing out to center ice. Lebster in the area near his bench. He gets cut off. Puck goes back to Luke Manning. Across to Fairbrother, who dangles. Now is sliced to the right side up ahead to Armstrong. Off his stick deep in the Allen zone to the near corner. As Lebster's out there with Armstrong. As Allen over to the right side, halfway through the third period, Allen will negotiate their way to center ice, and they'll fly it into the near corner, as looks like the puck deflects out of play, or maybe it was played with a high stick. 9:58 left in the third, as Allen ties it up on a power play goal by Easton Brodzinski. He had a hat trick against the Grizzlies on November 2nd, and Brodzinski scores his 4th goal against Utah this season. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Americans 4. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
We're tied at 4 with 9:58 left in the third period. To do a little bit of bookkeeping, we don't seem to be able to get the officials' hand signals as to what the penalties are. Dashke got a delay of game minor, 7:23 into the third period. That gave Allen the power play that Easton Brodzinski scored on, 8:37 in, with Braden Watts and Kyle Krenkovic getting the assist. So there goes those two again. Watts 1 goal and 1 assist, and Krenkovic now has 2 assists. Any American Hockey League teams want Braden Watts? Looks like he's a hell of a player. He certainly's looked great good this week. And if he's an AHL free agent, please, somebody pick him up. As Utah rolls it along the boards after winning the faceoff, puck goes to center ice. Allen's Riley Janelle chips it back in. Schill plays along the far goal line. Grizzlies bouncing off of Berg's stick. Left point. Allen gets it towards Bell Aragon. Left side shot saved by Schill. Allen hacks away. Shot goes wide. Now the Americans, far corner. They're in the attack zone. Get it towards Bell Aragon. He gathers the puck, skates towards the far goal line. I tried to feed it out in front towards traffic. Pass goes wide off the near boards. Grizzlies carry it back out to center. Does Adam Berg. Berg holds up an American. Bell Aragon, as the puck goes all the way towards the Grizzlies bench. Now Kabori Dunn gets it. As Dunn dances around, he'll drop it back for Jensen. As I wish we knew what happened to Brian Yoon. He hasn't played since the first period. Pass to neutralize, picked off. Allen skates in. Dewart skates towards the left circle, looking for a shot, and his stick breaks as he was firing away. Now down the middle, righty shot. That's blocked, as I think Dunn got a piece of it. As now at center ice, Allen will force it off the near boards. Grizzlies Dylan Fitz gets to the near corner. As Warzek got there a step before Aragon. Allen to the right side. Will skate in. Grizzlies back defensively. Allen throws it towards the left side. Pass goes incomplete off the near boards out to center ice. Allen will shuffle back into their own zone. They get it to Mike Van Oonen, who skates down the middle. He crosses center ice, veers off to the left. Steps over the attack line, skates towards the left circle. He tried to drop it off, but the Grizzlies were behind him to take control as the Grizzlies cross center ice. Manning will throw it on to Thornton as it ricochets off the end boards towards the far side. Allen will try to get to Krenkovic. Bounced off a Grizzly skate towards the end wall. Action behind Thornton's net as the Grizzlies get tripped up in the near corner. No call. As Fairbrother fires towards the near circle, Asachuk will brush it to the far wall. Grizzlies gather the puck as Utah will drop it for Gallant. Gallant feeds it up top. Dashke over to Fairbrother. One-timer saved by Thornton. As puck along the near side, Watts battles with Wood as the Americans get hit in the near corner and they lose their balance, but the puck went around Allen's net as Allen squibs it out to the right side. Allen over the attack line. They get towards the middle. Allen back to the right side all alone. Lefty shot. That goes wide. Shield might have gotten a piece of it with 7.5 minutes left in the third. Puck still alive. Grizzlies enter the Allen zone as they'll bounce off a skate, and a hippity hops towards Thornton, who gathers it in the crease and holds on with 7:26 left in the third. So we're still tied at 4. Shots have been pretty close to even. A couple minutes ago, it was tied 28 shots apiece. Now Allen has a 31-29 edge in the shot count. For the Grizzlies, Fairbrother and Messner each lead Utah with 4 each. As the Grizzlies have been pretty balanced with their approach. Dashke, Wood, and Gallant each have 2 assists, as all 3 of them have a multiple-point game. For the Americans, Braden Guy has 2 goals. Braden Watts has 1 goal and 1 assist, and Kyle Krenkovic has 2 assists. Manning will take the draw. He scored a second period goal a minute 24 in. Armstrong's to the right wing. Webster normally been playing with those two. He might be on the left side off the screen. Liam Gorman, the former Pittsburgh Penguins draft pick, will take the draw as linesman Michael Miggins will drop the puck. Actually, that guy's listed at number 48. There is no number 48 listed among the officials tonight. As Allen gets to center ice, and they'll wheel it in. As the puck towards the right side, Grizzlies deliver a good shoulder check. 3-on-2, Grizzlies have the advantage over in the corner, but the puck goes back to the right point. Shot saved by Shield. Rebound goes to the slot. Grizzlies get it. Utah will saucer it out to center ice. Armstrong pushes to his left. Grizzlies over the line. They try to get to Webster down the middle. It glanced off of his stick. Webster runs down, gets the loose puck in the near side. Webster backhands it to the left point. Grizzlies will chip it towards the left side as they were looking for a pass to Manning. It glanced off the stick now. Webster avoids a check of Gorman as Webster over to the right side, backhands it up top to Shearer. Shearer dances towards his left. He's in the high slot. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Thornton. Rebound as Thornton dives to his right, and it looks like he is covered up. Boy, there was a few bodies out in front. The Grizzlies looking for a rebound or a redirection, and Allen had about 3 guys in front of the crease as now Andrew Nelson once again, kind of like a high school bully, getting after Luke Manning, as Manning had the audacity to go after a rebound. As Nelson will skate towards the bench. Andrew Nelson at 6'4" and allegedly 230. As Gorman will skate towards the bench as well. You got to credit the Americans for building a wall around Anson Thornton to make sure that he could find a way to corral it. Well, it's anybody's game. 6:33 left in the third. Adam Berg is on the ice. Watch out for his speed. That has certainly made an impact this weekend. Beal will take the face-off, and to the left wing is Cade Nilsson. As Grizzlies have switched up the forward lines a little bit tonight, as Allen wins the draw, as they'll diagonal it off the near boards. Americans get to Utah ice, neutral ice, and they'll dump it in. Over in the far corner, Grizzlies get held up as Schill looks over his left shoulder. Action behind him near the corner. As Grizzlies get knocked down, both teams only have 1 power play. The officials are letting them play tonight. Allen back to neutral ice as they dance around. Now Gagnon's in his own zone. He's down the middle. He'll pitch to the left side. Pass connects to Hardy. As Hardy, left point, fires towards the net. Schill makes a save stick side and gathers it. 5:54 left in the third period. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Americans 4. We'll find out how this one ends together on the other side. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Each of the first 2 games of this series rose the blood pressure a little bit, and this one's no different. As we've had 2 separate close games, Allen won 3-1, but it was really a tie game for most of the third period. And then Allen scored with 3:30 left in the third period and scored an empty netter with the second left. So that was essentially a 1-goal game. Last night, Allen won in overtime 3-2, and tonight we're tied at 4 with 5:54 left in the third. Smoke him if you got him. As Allen wins the draw. They're in the offensive zone, skating from right to left as we see it on Flow Sports. Krenkovic with 2 assists tonight. Feeds up top to Mike Van Unen. His shot is blocked by, I can't tell who that is, but that Grizzly player is limping towards the bench. As Allen out to center ice. Unfortunately, we are watching on Flow Sports with the video feed as Allen angles it to the right. They step over the attack line. Right side, lefty shot goes wide as they miss the net. Stick side on Shield. As Allen towards the near corner, surveying. Now they get it along to Krenkovic. As Krenkovic trying to get up top, Utah anticipated it and took it away. Fitz from the right side entered, and he throws it on to Thornton. Thornton gathers it before Fitz could chase after it, and he holds on, does Thornton, with 5:11 left in the third. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. For the Grizzlies, you kind of look at the big picture, and there's really two things you're thinking about. One, getting some victories on the road, and Utah's 2-2-1 away from Maverick Center, and two, winning the close ones. The Grizzlies, this is certainly a close one. If the Grizzlies want to have the win-loss record at the end of the season to be what they want it, I mean, these are the type of games you're going to have to find a way to claw out and win. As there's about 5 minutes left in the third period, draw goes towards the near boards, Allen in their own end, as Janelle will skate horizontally. Now he'll throw it back to the Utah line. Grizzlies gather it instantly. Unfortunately, we haven't seen Brian Yoon since the first period. Don't know what happened to him. Grizzlies, new tries. Aragon dumps it in. He scored his first goal of the season in the second period as the puck helicopters into the Grizzlies zone. Utah chasing after it, and icing is called on Allen with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third as we got fours across the board on the score bug. 4 goals for Allen, 4 for Utah, and we got less than 5 minutes left in the third period at 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Grizzlies will head to Wichita. They got 3 days off. They will stay in the Central Time Zone. They will face Wichita this upcoming Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Face-off all 3 nights will be at 6:05. Luke Manning will take the draw against Robbie Bell Aragon. As the draw won by Allen. As they'll tap it off the near boards and chase after it. Grizzlies gather it. Allen did that mostly to fit in a line change if they could, although it looked like the same 5 were on the ice. Kabori Dunn, the 6'2 defenseman, skates in front of Schill. He'll push it to his left. Grizzlies will slice it to Reed Lepster off the far boards. Lepster push it towards the far circle for Armstrong. And now the puck goes back up top left point. Grizzlies get it behind the net. Utah dangles with it. Armstrong tried to get it out in front, and Utah swung and missed. Now high slot. Lefty shot goes out of play. That was taken by Fairbrother. And Allen might have gotten a stick in the way as Kulikov flexes his knee back and forth. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Kind of has that feeling next school wins kind of thing. You know, that sort of scenario. Utah did have a 4-3 lead heading into the third period. Allen scored on the power play about halfway through the frame as Easton Brodzinski scored from the left wing. As Allen is 1 for 1 on the power play, Utah's 0 for 1. Brodzinski's power play goal came 8:37 into the third period. Utah wins the face-off. Left side, Grizzlies dangle around. That's Jensen. Shot saved by Thornton. Rebound goes to the near circle, and Allen gathers it. They'll tap it off the glass as the puck flips high into the air. It bounced towards the Utah line. As the Grizzlies get to Gallant, he's at new try, dangling back and forth, across the center ice. Now he veers off to the right, steps over the attack line. He tried to get towards Berg. Berg got occupied. Now Berg gets it back, throws it towards Messner. Shot is blocked away. Messner gets it back in the near corner. 3:38 and counting left in the third as Messner skated towards the point. He overskated it. Now Messner gets it back. He'll get to the right side. Berg trying to feed it out in front, and it bounced off the skate. Thornton covers up as the Grizzlies are hacking away towards him. And play is stopped with 3:28 left in the third as Easton Brodzinski and Adam Berg hug it out. Brodzinski and Berg Brodzinski a little bit more gentle than Nilsson's been towards some Grizzlies tonight. Ryan Gagnon also occupying and protecting his goaltender. Well, Allen got off to a tough start this season, and it was certainly a controversial move among Allen Americans fans' eyes in them letting go Chad Costello, their all-time leader in terms of points in all sorts of categories. Costello did lead them to the playoffs in back-to-back years, though it looks like the players are starting to really play hard for new head coach B.J. Adams. Buell will take the draw against Asachuk in the left circle. Offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies. This time it's won by Allen. 3.5 minutes left in the third as the Americans get to center ice. Mike Van Oonen with good speed. Steps over the attack line. Tries to push his way towards the near corner. Fairbrother cutting him off as Van Oonen gets spun around. As it looked like he went heels over head as he's back to his feet. Grizzlies will push it across. Utah will nudge it back to a defenseman as the Grizzlies in front of Schill's net. as they outlet it to center ice. Looked like Manning was skating back towards the middle of the ice, and the pass went back towards the far boards and all the way down for an icing with 2:56 left in the third. So the draw comes back towards Adam Scheel. Boy, shots have been pretty close to even throughout the contest. As we sit now, Utah has a 35-33 edge in the shot count, including an 11-9 edge in the third period. Mick Messner's up to 6 shots. Gianni Fairbrother has 4 for the Grizzlies. As Allen wins the draw left side, lefty shot goes wide. That was taken from the point by, I believe, Kulikov. Grizzlies cross center ice, 2-on-4. Left wing pass connects towards Fitz. Fitz left side. Righty shot saved by Thornton. And it ricochets off his pads all the way out to center ice. Armstrong battles at the Allen line as he's in the near side. He won a one-on-one battle with Watts. He got it back across towards Dunn, but Allen iced the puck with 2:30 left in the third. Braden Watts, boy, every time he's on the ice, he seems to be a scoring threat. They show him on Flow Sports. And if you're the Grizzlies, you got to know where he is at all times. It's interesting when you see these remote broadcasts, when the puck is not in play, they never show a Grizzly. Literally never. As Hudson Wilson being shown on Flow Sports, you'd like to see a Grizzly just to be able to kind of have a thought in your mind, and then, you talk about him for a little bit. Messner will take the draw against Asachuk as the Americans win the faceoff. Boy, Asachuk's won some faceoffs here in the third period. Allen will loft it to the Utah line. Grizzlies get the skipping puck. Utah will slice it off the near boards. It goes past Wood. Allen will dump it back in as it bounced off the far wall. Dashke rolls it along the near side as Allen gets it back. Almost 2 minutes left in the third period, as both teams want to control the puck as much as they can. A lot of the stretch passes here that haven't connected tonight. Janelle crosses center ice, and he'll squib it in. Scheel behind his net will tap it off the far boards. Grizzlies move it across. Long-range pass will bounce off an American. It goes towards Thornton. He'll keep the play alive with 1:43 left in the third. Allen behind their netminder. They'll move it to the near side for Nielsen. Nielsen will sky it deep into the Grizzlies zone as it hippity opposite the near circle of Utah's end. Grizzlies will fire a diagonal pass to the left. Now Utah chips it across to the right. Armstrong gets the puck. He'll move it back to the left. Great hands by the Grizzlies. Left side shot saved by Thornton, and he holds on with 1:22 left in the third. Boy, it looked like Armstrong saucered a pass airborne, got to the left side, pass connected, and a guy took a lefty shot. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell who that was, as might have been Manning. He's been playing with Armstrong a lot tonight. 1:22 left in the third, tied at 4. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. We had overtime last night. Are we headed for that direction this evening? Cameron Buell will take the draw. He's got Nilsson to his left and Berg to his right. Allen wins another faceoff, and they'll push it out to center ice. Grizzlies will tap it off the far boards. It goes back to the Americans. Allen will shovel it to the neutral ice, looking for Watts. He couldn't handle it as he was battling with Fairbrother. Grizzlies throw it back to the Allen line. Allen pushes back to center ice, and it looks like icing is called as they were looking for Braden Watts in the left wing, and the pass went past him. Fairbrother was chasing after it. And with even 1 minute left in the third period, tied at 4, Grizzlies will have another offensive zone draw. But you got to credit the Americans. They've won quite a few defensive zone faceoffs over the last few minutes, including a few by Asachuk. This time it's Mick Messner, who's got a goal tonight, 4 on the season, taking the draw against Mark Duart. Draw won by Messner on the Grizzlies. Slot, righty shot, that goes wide. As both teams hustle towards the near corner, that's where the puck is. 2-on-2 battle. 50 seconds and counting left in regulation as the Grizzlies trying to hold their ground. As Manning gets hit in the side. Manning gets hit in the side once again. Allen comes out of the pile with the puck as the puck ends up behind their net. As Hudson Wilson behind his net. He's got Messner in front of it. Wilson, a diagonal pass towards the left side. And that's once again icing on the Americans. Boy, Allen's really they're trying that stretch pass diagonally from one side to the other. They've tried that quite a few times in the last 5 minutes and haven't connected on it. So once again, the Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Boy, it just takes that one look. can the Grizzlies get an open one off? Wish we could see who's on the ice. Brzezinski's on there for Allen. Aragon is on the right wing for the Grizzlies. As the draw is going to be in the left circle, Allen wins the faceoff, and they'll roll it along the near boards. As the Americans, James Hardy, diagonal pass connects at center ice. Allen over the attack line. As they skate around, Shield's net towards the near side. They tried to kind of force it out in front. Pass goes wide. 12 seconds left. The Grizzlies have one shot in them. As Aragon, right side, he got blasted as he was firing towards Thornton. As the Americans, 4 seconds left. As Utah battles, Thornton looks over his right shoulder. And for the second straight night, we have overtime over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Grizzlies had a 4-3 lead heading into the third period. Allen's had one power play tonight, and Easton Brzezinski found the back of the net as he scored 8.5 minutes into the third. Shots were pretty close to even throughout, and past regulation, the Grizzlies ended up with a 37-34 edge in the shot count. Well, if you joined us late, Utah took a 1-0 lead as Gianni Fairbrother scored 58 seconds in, with Wood and Dashke getting the assists. Then a pair of Bradens scored for Allen. Guy scored 6:04 in, and then 10 minutes and 2 seconds later, it was Watts getting his 7th of the year. Allen led 2-1 after one period. Luke Manning tied it up 1:24 into the second period with Lebster and Armstrong getting the assist, and then Utah to 4-on-1. Aragon was skating down the middle, and he called his own numbers. He got his first goal of the season, 7:15 into the second. Braden Guy tied it up at 3. He scored 10:39 in for his second of the game. Mick Messner gave Utah a 4-3 lead. He scored 17:21 in with Gallant and Dashke getting the assist. And then, as we mentioned before, the Brzezinski power play goal tied it up at 4, 8:37 in. So we'll skate 3-on-3 to start overtime. And in the ECHL, it's a 7-minute overtime session. Past regulation, Dashke, Wood, and Gallant each finished with 2 assists. Maybe a third assist will be in store for either of them. Braden Guy with 2 goals for Allen. Braden Watts with 1 goal and 1 assist. And Kyle Krinkovic for the Americans has 2 assists. To start overtime, it's Messner, Gallant, and Fairbrother, with Gallant taking the face-off against Spencer Asachuk. Draw one by the Grizzlies. It goes past Fairbrother. He runs it down in the near corner, deep in the Grizzlies zone. Utah skating from right to left. It's Fairbrother over to Messner along the near side. He flies along the left wing. He crosses center ice, steps over the line, gets it to Gallant on the right side. Gallant takes it to Fairbrother. Gallant dancing around to the left side. He'll voluntarily exit the offensive zone, and so push it to Messner on the right side. Messner will lunge into the zone, skates towards the right side, stops, pivots, skates back towards the high slot. As Messner dangles the puck, he's now on the left point. He'll voluntarily exit the zone as Messner will backhand it, and he'll come off the ice. Grizzlies with the puck possession game. Fairbrother shuffles to his right. Now he crosses center ice. Fairbrother, 5 goals against Allen this season, including 1 tonight. He'll skate to the left circle, take a lefty shot, saved by Thornton. And he holds on with 6:12 left in overtime as the Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Good shift by the Grizzlies, where the puck possession was certainly there, as they had the puck pretty much exclusively for 48 seconds. Fairbrother had a pretty good look. Thornton kind of snatched the body save around the Americans jersey, and after the follow-through, Fairbrother got tripped up by Watts. Luke Manning will take the draw against Mark Dewart in the left circle. Offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies. Utah wins the faceoff. Dashke over in the left point. Dangles, skates towards his right. He'll drop it for, I think, Lebster, as that is Reed Lebster. Near side, he skates around Allen's net. He's now to the right side. Lebster's got a shootout game winner this season. He'll drop it to the right side. Now back to Lebster on the left. He'll throw it towards the right side, and Utah fanned on the shot as Allen cut in front of them. As the Americans, for the first time in overtime, have control of it. 3-on-2, Americans skate towards the left side. Righty shot, kick save by Shield. As the Americans will carry the puck out to center ice. Nolan Orzek back in his own zone. Lebster raises his right arm. He comes off. 2-on-2. Allen over the attack line as Watts make that Brzezinski. He'll skate in. Shot saved by Shield on a wraparound attempt. As the Grizzlies back in their own end, cross center ice. And that's Lebster, who's had a long shift. He'll move it to his right. Grizzlies get it back to Lebster. Lebster will push it to his left for Shearer, and Lebster comes off. Shearer just to the left of Shield, as now Shearer will shuffle behind his net as he gets it to, I believe, Cameron Buell. 2 minutes into overtime. Buell crosses center ice as he kind of does a circle around the Allen Americans logo at center ice. Now back to Buell. He's on the left side with the momentum. Skates towards the near circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Thornton. Buell behind the net. Pushed towards the far corner. As now Allen gets control of the puck along the far side. Deep in their own zone. As both teams spread the ice, Grizzlies switch up forwards. Allen, patient with their approach. 2.5 minutes into overtime. Tied at 4. As Allen out to neutral ice. They'll drop it back for, I think, Gagnon. Ryan Gagnon, 4:26 left in overtime. Tied at 4. As Gagnon now behind his own net. Allen skates from left to right here in overtime. Gagnon gets it to Watts. Watts around the net to the left side. All sorts of momentum he has. He gets the center ice, stops, pivots back towards his line. Now he'll move it to his right. Allen will drop it at their blue line as the Americans cross center ice right wing. As Allen steps over the offensive blue. As over to the right side, Braden Guy, who's on hat trick watch. He's got 2 goals tonight. Dangles the puck back and forth. Allen resets on their own end. 3 minutes into overtime. As right wing pass connects towards Gagnon. He stops on the point as the Americans will get it back to Watts. Watts on the right side over to Gagnon. He's now on the left point. Gagnon fakes it to Watts. Skates towards the corner, far side. Now Gagnon still with it. Throws it to Guy. He's in the right side. He'll take a lefty shot. And that goes wide. He had Fairbrother in front of him. Allen with the puck. They get it to the right side as Orzek centering pass out in front. Shot goes wide as they didn't really get much of one. Puck ricochets all the way out to center ice. Allen still has it. 3:20 left in overtimers, tied at 4. Next goal wins. Allen skates over to the left side. I think that's Andrew Nilsson. And the big guy skates around the net, trying to center it in front and bounced off a Grizzly stick. Utah corrals the puck as they skate around their own net. About 3 minutes left in overtime. Utah races across center. That's Messner, I believe. Messner drops it for Gallant as he'll lay it for Dashke. Dashke near goal line. Chips to the right side. Shot! And that one's blocked away by Thornton. Now the Grizzlies, Dashke trying to get towards Gallant. Allen got a stick in the way. Now Gallant left side. He's got room to shoot, but throws it across to Dashke. Dashke right side. Shot! Saved by Thornton. Utah was looking for a rebound attempt and just got pushed back and couldn't get it off. Grizzlies, they're in the offensive zone right side across to Dashke. Dashke danced around. He's near the blue line by his feet. Now he shuffles towards the left circle. He gets hit with a high stick. Referee spotted it as Dashke wants Allen to touch up the puck to start the power play. As Allen over in the area, the play stops. Orzek holds his face. So does Krenkovic. It looked like Krenkovic was skating towards the penalty box. And he is. It's a penalty by Kyle Krenkovic. He gets a high sticking minor. Orzek holding his face as if he were hit with a high stick himself. But for the second straight night, the Grizzlies get an overtime power play as there's 2:26 left in the extra session, tied at 4. Boy, not many penalties either way. It's only going to be the Grizzlies' second power play of the night. And with a little bit of a stoppage, I imagine Ryan Kanasowicz is using his one timeout as he wants to probably keep the same 3 that were out there before when the penalty was committed. Messner, Gallant, Dashke. It'll be interesting to see who Ryan Kanasowicz goes with, as I believe Utah has used their one timeout. It looks like the 3 that are going to be out for Allen are going to be Hudson Wilson, Artem Kulikov, and Mark Duart. As they're the 3 talking things over with B.J. Adams, the Allen head coach. Wait, what dramas? The Grizzlies are looking to salvage the 3rd game of the series and get 3 out of 6 standings points. Can Utah's power play come through here in overtime? Does look like many of the fans have left. Everybody energetic and having a good time. If you're thinking about power plays, you're probably thinking about Dashke. He's got 3 power play assists, and obviously with him scoring 16 goals last season for Kalamazoo, he's certainly a scoring threat. Messner's taking the draw against Duart. Can't really tell who else is out there for the Grizzlies. Utah wins the draw. Gallant's out there, so is Dashke. As Dashke has the puck, he's in the right side. Up top for Gallant. He's in the high slot. Gallant quarterbacking this thing as he dangles back and forth, shuffles towards his right. Now he gets it to Fairbrother. Make that Dashke. Dashke on the right side, skates towards the high slot. Over to Gallant. One-timer, saved by Thornton. As Allen will hold on to the puck behind the net. Grizzlies took it away. Grizzlies skate towards the far boards with a 4-on-3 power play. Dashke gets it in the right side. He'll move to his left. Dashke's now in the slot over to the right side. One-timer. And that one gets blocked away. Puck still alive as Dashke skates towards the slot. Now to the right side. One-timer. That goes wide as well. 1:44 and counting left in overtime. As Gallant down the middle. He'll push it to Dashke. Dashke shuffles to his right. Dashke's in the high slot as he keeps his head up. 3 Grizzlies are towards Dashke's left. Dashke will drop it for Gallant. Gallant skates towards his right. Back to Dashke. He's on the left side, dangles towards the slot. Dashke with a shot, he scores! Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win as Dashke fired towards the net, and the Grizzlies salvage the 3rd game of the series. Utah wins 5-4, and there is no doubt about it. As Dashke fired to the net, Berg was out in front of Thornton. I don't think Berg got a piece of it as Derek Dashke gets his 2nd of the year, and the Grizzlies win it in overtime, 5-4. Well, Utah needed that as they are now 5-4-1 this season. I couldn't tell. I don't think Berg got a piece of it, but Berg certainly standing in front of the net took away some of the vision of Thornton as the Grizzlies get an overtime power play and connect. Final score from Credit Union of Texas Event Center. It's the Utah Grizzlies 5 and the Allen Americans 4. Post-game show starts in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Derek Dashke's the hero for the Grizzlies as he scores a power play overtime goal, 5:38 in. Cole Gallant and Mick Messner picked up the assist. Both guys had outstanding games. For Cole Gallant, he ends the night with 3 assists, and that gives him 9 on the season. And boy, what a victory for the Grizzlies. And for Mick Messner, he had a good night as he had 1 goal and 1 assist, but there's no doubt who the number 1 star is tonight, and that's Derek Dashke. He's been a star for the Grizzlies all season long. Obviously, we're 10 games in, but Dashke with 1 goal, 2 assists. He had 5 shots. He did just about everything for the Grizzlies tonight, and we're not sure what happened to Brian Youm. We didn't see him past the first period. Hopefully, he's okay, as Dashke was paired up with a couple different guys over the course of the game. But Derek Dashke's been a constant throughout the start of the season, and there's no doubt that he was the one that turns out to be the hero tonight, as he was all alone in the slot. He really did a good job orchestrating and kind of running things as him, Cole Gallant, and Mick Messner really did a good job with the 3-man game on the power play. And it looked like Adam Berg was out in front of the net, and Berg didn't get a piece of it, and he's not going to get a point, but kind of like Briley Wood did yesterday in one of Utah's second period goals, he just did a good job of kind of disrupting things and not letting Thornton really get a good look as to what was happening in the slot. Dashke fired it a little bit low and passed Thornton to win it for Utah. What an exciting game it was. I think we're expecting a little bit more of a higher scoring game. Both teams have struggled a little bit defensively to start the season. We finally got that high scoring game, and it's the Grizzlies that come out on top as Utah's record goes to 5-4-1 this season. Allen did get a standing point tonight as their record goes to 4-5-2. Grizzlies scored first, and it was Gianni Fairbrother getting his 5th of the year with all 5 goals coming against Allen, as the Grizzlies have faced Allen 5 of the first 10 games during the regular season. Fairbrother scored 58 seconds into the first period, with Wood and Dashke getting the assists. Allen scored 2 unanswered later in the period. Braden Guy got his 1st of the year 6:04 in, with Robbie Bell Aragon getting the assist, and then 10 minutes and 2 seconds later, 16:06 in, it was Braden Watts getting his 7th of the year, with Krinkovic getting the assist. Allen led 2-1 after 1 period. The Americans outshot the Grizzlies 12-11. Early in the second period, Luke Manning got the puck as there was a ton of traffic in front of the net, kind of the puck playing plinko a little bit. It went to Manning, and he scored 1:24 into the second, with Reed Lebster and Craig Armstrong getting the assists. Later in the second period, the Grizzlies had a 4-on-1. Aaron Aragon had the puck down the middle, and he fired it stick side past past Thornton to give Utah 3-2 lead. Aragon with his first of the year. It's his sixth game this season as he missed 4 games at the start of the year. Gallant and Briley Wood picked up the assist, and that gave Utah a 3-2 lead. 3.5 minutes later, 10:39 in, Braden Guy got his second of the game as the initial shot was taken by Hudson Wilson. It was redirected by Guy and then bounced off a shield. Guy got it back and put it away. Wilson and Gorman got the assists. And so that tied it up at 3. Grizzlies took a 4-3 lead, 17-21 into the second as Mick Messner got his fourth of the year. Gallant and Dashke picked up the assists. Utah led 4-3 after 2 periods. The Grizzlies had a slight 13-12 edge in the shot count in the second period. In the third frame, the only goal was scored by Easton Brzezinski on a power play. It was the only power play that Allen had all night. Derek Dashke got a delay of game minor, 7:23 in, and just about through the halfway point of that power play, it was Brzezinski getting a one-timer in the right circle, and he fired it past Shield stick side, 8:37 into the third, with Watts and Krinkovic picking up the assists. And what a night for that forward line, as Krinkovic had 2 assists, Brzezinski obviously the power play goal, Braden Watts had 1 goal and 1 assist. It stayed a 4-4 tie throughout the rest of regulation. Utah outshot Allen 13-10 in the third period. In overtime, Grizzlies outshot the Americans 7-2. Utah did a pretty good job with puck possession, and that was before Krinkovic got the high sticking minor, 4:34 into overtime. That gave the Grizzlies a 4-on-3 power play for 2 minutes, and you felt like, boy, that was a golden opportunity, and the Grizzlies couldn't let it slip through their fingers. Grizzlies really did a good job working the 3-man game with Gallant, Messner, and Dashke, with Gallant and Dashke kind of trading places back and forth in the high slot. Eventually, Dashke got it in the slot. We mentioned it looked like Berg was in front of the net, directing it, getting in the way of Thornton, really just taking away the vision. And obviously, with the puck in the slot there with Dashke, Thornton probably didn't get a good look at it. Dashke, with the perfect accuracy, was able to get it past Thornton and win at 5:38 into overtime. Gallant and Messner with the overtime assists, and we mentioned Gallant with the 3-assist performance. Mick Messner ends up with a multiple-point game as he had 1 goal and 1 assist, and obviously he scored the goal to make it 4-3. Messner had 8 shots to lead the Grizzlies, and I got to imagine he should get star honors this evening for his performance. Let's take a look at the 3 stars of the game, and it's not necessarily who I thought they would be. Briley Wood did play a pretty good game. He had 2 assists and was a +2. Briley Wood is the number 3 star of the game. The number 2 star is Braden Guy for Allen. He scored 2 goals. They're the first 2 goals that he had scored all season. He had 6 goals last season with the Reading Royals. He's the 2nd star. And the number 1 star is Derek Dashke, the hero, who scored the overtime game winner, 5:38 into overtime. So the Grizzlies come away with the victory. As we mentioned before, the record goes to 5-4-1 this season. And through 5 games against Allen, the Grizzlies have a record of 2-2-1. It'll be a while. It will be about 4 months from now. That's when the Grizzlies will next face Allen. The Grizzlies are through 3 games of their 7-game road trip. The Grizzlies next week will be at Intrust Bank Arena for a 3-game series with the Wichita Thunder. That is next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Face-off all 3 nights will be at 6:05, and then the road trip ends with a Sunday night showdown at BOK Center against the Tulsa Oilers, who are off to a good start this season. That is Sunday, November 24th. And then the Grizzlies come home for 6 straight games as they take on the Indy Fuel in a 3-game set Thanksgiving week. In fact, the first game of the homestand is going to be the day before Thanksgiving. That is Wednesday, November 27th. Your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com. The Grizzlies have a Black Friday ticket offer. You know, the AFCU Friday offer where tickets are just $12 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card to the Maverick Center box office. Well, on Black Friday, that deal applies to everybody for 1 week only. So everybody can know what it feels like to be an AFCU member and get that discount with a $12 ticket. That is on Black Friday. The Grizzlies are wearing whiteout specialty jerseys for the blackout occasion. And then the Grizzlies will have pickleball night on November 30th. It's a special ticket offer. and it comes with a paddle, a pickleball paddle that you can get with your ticket. Now, I think there's only a specific spot where you can get the pickleball deal, and that might be at UtahGrizzlies.com. Go to UtahGrizzlies.com for more information on that, as it's pickleball night, and there's only 200 of those pickleball paddles, and boy, you got to get, it's worth it. You get a ticket and a pickleball paddle with a Grizzlies logo on it. It certainly is pretty sharp. I'm thinking about getting one of those myself, even though I could probably get into the game either way. But, it's a pretty good deal. Go to UtahGrizzlies.com and take advantage of the pickleball paddle while they're still available, as they're probably going to sell out here in the next few days. And go to UtahGrizzlies.com for more information on that, as pickleball night is on Saturday, November 30th. Now, the Grizzlies, it's still a while away from the homestand, but luckily for the Grizzlies, they come away with 3 out of 6 standings points for the series. And Derek Daschke, what can you say? Even coming into play tonight, Daschke had been a star for the Grizzlies through 9 games. Daschke, with the 2 assists, he leads the Grizzlies with 9 assists, actually with Gallant getting 3 tonight. Gallant and Daschke each have 9 assists this season, which ties for the club lead. Daschke with 5 shots tonight. He's taken 39 this season, and the 39 shots lead the Grizzlies. Through 10 games this year, Daschke has 11 points, 2 goals, and 9 assists. He's got a point in 7 of 10 games this season. Daschke was an even in the plus-minus category. He's been a plus performer for the Grizzlies so far this year, as he stays a +2 on the season. And Daschke, with the power play goal, that's his 4th power play point. He had 3 power play assists coming into play tonight, and the 4 power play points lead the club as well. So what can you say? I think Derek Daschke, based on the year he had in Kalamazoo, I think everybody was excited to see what he could do in a Grizzlies uniform, and through 10 games, there's no doubt that Derek Daschke is probably even exceeding the expectations that Grizzlies had for him at the start of the season. Well, we apologize for not being able to describe the game nearly as efficiently as we'd like. Based on this remote camera feed, it was tough to identify players from time to time. We tried to do the best we could with what we had. Hopefully, we can miraculously find a plane ticket and get out to Wichita for the 3-game series over at Intrust Bank Arena. I do know they have one of the better video feeds in the league, knock on wood. And if we got to watch on the remote feed, hopefully they'll help us out at Intrust Bank Arena. Tonight, it's the Grizzlies that come away with the victory on Texas Rangers night, as the Americans were celebrating their local baseball team, the 2023 World Series champions. Well, that'll about wrap things up, as we will do a little bit of scoreboard watching tomorrow. If you want to do a little bit of scouting, if you have Flow Sports, Wichita is at Kansas City. We can take a look at the Grizzlies' opponent next week, as Wichita is in action on the road at Kansas City. It'll be an interesting one. Wichita does have some familiar names on their roster, including Peter Bates and Mikael Stenell and Derek Dockery. It's going to be an interesting one. And one of the Wichita goaltenders is Aaron Dell, the former Grizzly, who was with Utah during the 2013-2014 season. And after leaving the Grizzlies, well, Aaron Dell had a pretty good NHL career, mostly with the San Jose Sharks. And we talked about at the top. Once again, we are certainly thrilled and excited to see Trent Miner get a chance in the National Hockey League, as he got called up yesterday, and he saved 12 of 13 in the last 2 periods, as he was in there for the Avalanche. They did lose 5-2, but Trent Miner was solid in relief, and we're certainly hoping that maybe he can get a start at some point before Georgiev gets healthy, because as we've seen in his 3 years with the Grizzlies, Trent Miner did some outstanding things. And once again, we were certainly thrilled to see him in an NHL uniform. Well, the Grizzlies will have 3 days off. They will stay in the Central Time Zone, and on Wednesday night, they will face the Wichita Thunder to start a 3-game series. Next broadcast of Utah Grizzlies hockey will be on Wednesday night, 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. Once again, in 2 hours and 37 minutes, and in front of a crowd of 5,868, it was Derek Daschke getting the overtime power play game winner. He scored 5:38 in, as the Grizzlies are now 2-1 in games decided past regulation. And Cole Gallant was also a big star as he had 3 assists for the Grizzlies. And I think the Grizzlies will be glad not to see Braden Watts for a few months, as Watts had 1 goal and 1 assist to lead the Allen attack. Well, we'll talk to you on Wednesday night, 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. I'm just pursuing my dream, as hopefully someday I'll get to the National Hockey League. Boy, wouldn't that be a ton of fun? Hopefully, like Trent Miner, my dreams will come true someday as well. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.